What's up, guys? We're here in the episode today of CoCast. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at CoCast. Everything else will be in the link in the description below. And honestly, thank you for supporting us. We have 250 subscribers now on YouTube. We have 500 followers on Instagram. So, we're growing and we couldn't do it without you guys. And, of course, the people that love coming on the panel and all that stuff.
Killer.
So, welcome back, Joel.
Yo,
Trey.
it's been
We
a
got
minute.
Manny, and of course, we got myself. How was you guys' Easter?
Man.
Bless it,
Oh,
man.
that was you?
Listen, man. Easter is one of my favorite holidays, and I'm tired of just spending it in my dorm. Like, I love Easter. It's one of my favorite holidays. Most of my family come together. We just, go to church, eat. Spend a great time. But being at school, it just feel like I'm missing out on a lot of that.
Yeah, growing up, Easter was always good to see your family and, just come together. That was a great time. That's what we use it for.
Yeah, I mean, this Easter, shoot, I was by myself. I was missing my family. I'm used to going to church on Easter Sunday, but I ain't even go to church, though. Like, it was crazy. I completely forgot for other reasons, but God know my heart, though.
He do. He do.
What, bruh? What?
He don't mess with Joel.
I know you. He didn't go to church, though.
I did go to church.
Why you ain't invite me?
It's online service.
Oh, yeah, I don't. Come on, bro. Like, come
My
on.
church
bro.
back at
All
home.
right. All right.
I've been trying to
Bro,
find
it's not
church down
COVID.
here.
No, it's not COVID no more, bro.
No.
It's
I
not
live in
COVID no
Connecticut.
Oh,
That's
so
why
you only attend like you ain't.
No,
try to
I
find-
no, I
you didn't
did.
try to find the church. In
I
Salisbury?
did try to find a church in Salisbury, and like the ones I've been to, definitely did steer me the wrong way. And I was like, yeah, I ain't coming back to this church. Like it been churches.
Hey,
I'm
did you
like,
pray
yeah.
on it? Did you pray on it? Did you be like, hey, God, lead me in the direction to find a church, or you just like, I know you didn't do all that.
Nah, these was just invites. So I'm like, let me check it out real quick.
So you didn't go like try to search for a new church down here on your.
I mean, I
own?
tried. Like I said, I've been like 4.
No, you just said these was invites.
Yeah, invites.
No, but I'm saying, did you try like by yourself?
Oh nah.
Oh, okay, you didn't try. Okay,
Ain't
that's
no
what I was
cap.
getting at.
I don't got a
All right, cool.
car.
All right,
I ain't
cool.
gonna cap. Like,
I mean, your teammates got a car. You could be like, hey, brother, like,
bro, they
tryna
sleep
go
till
to-
like 4 in the morning. Nah, I won't say 4 in the morning. They sleep
I got a
like,
car. I got a car. You ain't never asked me like we
We
go
got
to
CP, and I don't have your number, man.
I got your number, see, because I text you about that assignment. See, he ain't even say my number, bro. I got your number. I text you about that assignment, and you ain't even text me back.
I ain't gonna cap. It was midterm week, bro. All right, let's go. We
Type of guy he is.
man, you still my dog.
Nah, Easter, I went home for Easter. That shit was fun. I ain't even gonna lie.
Boston.
Yeah, from Lynn. What you call it? It felt great because I went to go home, see my family, spent a good, great amount of time with them. It felt great, like, from just being all the way, like, North Carolina for, like, a hell amount of months. And now I actually get to, like, go home and, like, just enjoy my time with with my own people. And obviously it's Easter, so I got to see my family, went to church, and all that stuff. And honestly, going back to church it really brought back a lot of memories. Honestly, for like, 'cause I was raised in the church, I grew up in the church and all that stuff. So like, literally from like since I can really remember, like I remember like everyone that went to that church, like who left, who came in, all this crazy stuff, and then just seeing how the church is now. You get what I'm saying? So like, what about you guys? Like, have you guys like were you guys like raised in the church, grew up in the church, or like
I
later
for
on?
sure was raised in the church. Like my dad is an evangelist. My mom, she's strong in the word. Like
Okay.
my brothers, we played instruments for the church. Like
Okay.
it's really a family church, a big church in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's my uncle church. But yeah, I was raised in the church. Like
Yeah.
I'm talking about every Sunday. Like not missing no Sunday. Like sometimes going to the church on Wednesdays, when they have the little prayer night and stuff. But
Right.
we had practice then. We had like little league practice, so like we used to get to skip those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was raised in the church.
Prayer nights and all that for an hour. I remember
Oh, 21 days of prayer. Like I used to love those as a kid though, because
Bible
like
study.
yeah, like as a kid, like the church used to have 21 days of prayer. So like every day, like Monday through Friday, you at the church, like after school and stuff, and like you seeing all your dogs from church and all your homies, and you in the back playing. Like we used to have like 2K tournaments and Madden tournaments.
2K, man. Tournaments.
Nah, we didn't have that. We didn't have those.
Oh,
in
dang,
my- we
y'all
didn't have
church
those
was
tournaments.
lit.
No,
They had
our
y'all.
church
They
was
had y'all
lit.
in the sanctuary with the grown folks.
Yeah.
During service.
For real? During service?
During service, yeah.
Damn.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A lot of people don't know this about me because like who I am, they just assume I did not grow up in church at all.
That ain't no problem.
Like I did not, and it's really when people find out, it's like, dang, like why, like no, we went to church like on Easter and stuff like that, like on
Special events, huh?
yeah, special
Yeah.
events, but like
Okay,
I didn't
yeah.
really grow up in like that kind of household. And then around I want to say junior year of high school, all of a sudden my mom comes, be like, listen, we're going to church. I'm like, all right, cool, like feel me, this one I was still like living for the world and stuff like that. I was going there just to see like the shorties. I ain't gonna cap and be real. I was going to look for the girls, like
Yeah.
they say one good woman go to church. So I'm like junior high school. I'm at the peak of my player days and stuff like that. So I go up in church.
You say you was at the peak of your what?
My player days, man,
Oh, okay.
like starting a roster and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, you had a roster?
bruh, I want to say about 7 girlfriends at one time.
Oh my God.
Gave his life to God. Gave his life to
Nah,
God.
but
Seven
nah, on the
girls.
real, like, we went and then I was just like, yo, it's like no girls here. I do not want to be here. And it
You
was
guys
like,
had no girls at your church?
no, we did, but like none of that, like I found like, attractive. I was just like, bro, like I'm ready to leave. Like, mind you, like I'm 16 at the time. They're like 21, 23,
You couldn't talk to no 21-year-old?
Bro, I was like, I was
16?
You ain't talking to no 21-year-old. Like, so eventually, as it kept on going, they started teen ministry, and that's when like I started getting interested in it. I started going and stuff. Then this one girl show up. Everybody knows her as Church Girl. Like, that's her real name. I'm not gonna say her real name. Like, learned my lesson last time. so,
She was
so
known as a church girl, like outside of church? Or in
outside of church, all my friends, everybody knew her as Church Girl. Nobody knew her name. Like, they just knew her as Church Girl. That's why I never got caught up with her till one day. But we're not gonna talk about that. So, like, yeah, I see her, and like that made me want to go to church even more just to see her.
She was fine?
She's straight.
Oh.
Sometimes he come to you in the form of a formidable woman.
So I started going to church. Like, I
She
was
said to go to church because of a woman.
I was there. Bible study. I was there. I was
nothing wrong
there.
with that, though.
I was about to join the choir because she sung in the choir. Well, I was.
He
Listen. God working mysterious ways, man. Hey.
You got
So
you there
then-
somehow.
Eventually,
Nah, that ain't God. You was lusting, bro.
probably. Hey, listen.
ain't
Hey,
God.
it
Don't
got.
put
But
that with
listen,
God,
hold on.
though.
Wait.
Nah,
Wait.
Nah,
The
you
story not
can't say
finished.
that, though, bro.
The story not finished. And then, like, when I started, like, one day, I started listening. I started actually listening to what the pastor was saying and stuff like that. And slowly but surely, I started to really turn my life around. I mean, granted, me and the girl got together, broke her heart, stuff
What
like
did
that.
y'all do?
You broke her heart?
Yeah, it's a long story.
What was y'all doing?
Oh, we never had sex. We thought that. I never had sex with her.
Oh,
Yeah, like, but we dated and stuff.
so no
like that.
sinful stuff?
Oh no, she wanted it. Like, she wanted to,
No fornication.
but she wanted to be in like a committed relationship. And I had a girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
Oh.
And
Okay.
like, listen, I wasn't a saint. I ain't gonna sit here and say like, I was Mr. Perfect. Now, like, I was a womanizer.
Now you brother Joel.
Yeah,
Brother
yeah.
Joel.
So I was
Saved in
like,
Christ.
in my mind, I'm thinking this. Well, if I don't make her my girlfriend, technically I'm not cheating on my girlfriend. So that's like, we be at church events for the teens, and she'll be making my plate and stuff like that. Like, people thought we was actually together. Nobody knows. Like, I was like living like a double life. Nobody knew, like, outside of school I had a whole girlfriend, like,
Wow.
in a committed relationship. So it was just like, I was really like wilding and stuff like that. And then, like, once I really, like, after a while, COVID hit and I was isolated. It was just me and God.
Mm.
Boy,
You had to cut it off.
my whole life turned around. I mean,
Yeah.
stop talking to every female. Me and church girls stop talking. I break up my ex. Like, just like everybody's like, they're leaving me. Like, I'm
So
just
that's
like,
when you got that's when your relationship with God.
that's when my relationship got really
during
strong.
COVID.
During COVID, when I was isolated by myself, that one-on-one time, I mean, I moved out the house. I moved in with my cousins. They was actually over the teen ministry and stuff like that. And, like, I grew. Like, I got my grandfather just bought me a Bible, and which is the New King James Version. That's what I was talking about. Like, I just started, it was a study Bible. It was the first Bible. And I was just on fire. Like, I recently just got baptized a year ago.
Congrats.
And
Congratulations.
Thank you. Just like my life, like, just changed. I'll tell you, like, it changed, and it all happened right before I came to college. Literally, it all happened, and like right before I left. I got called up, because it was at my church, like when you're leaving for a long period of time, or like leaving church, like they pray over
You get the
Yeah,
prayer.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking
So
about.
they're
Yeah.
praying over me, and the pastor, she was like, like when you go there, you're gonna like do a lot of things for God, and just like she like don't be like, like she's like, and I'm not talking about behind the pulpit, but like like your nickname is gonna be Preacher Boy. And I was like, what is she talking about? Like, boy, get
Pastor
on
Joel.
campus. Like my first 2 months in campus, everybody told me, call me Preacher Boy, this, that, and the third. And I was like, bro, everybody on the team called me, that's Preacher Man and stuff. I'm like, why y'all call me that? It was like, bro, every chance you get, you spread the word.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, word? And then, I started Bible study, like all that stuff, like that's the Bible study started my freshman year. Like we're going to our third year consistently and stuff like that.
Nah, that's lit.
That's
Congrats.
another good
Congratulations to
program.
that. That's
And
great. That's
campus
I'm
good.
definitely gonna come to Bible study one
Yeah,
time.
like look, the most people we had one day was like 10 people.
Nah,
These
that's
was like
lit.
random people. Like I didn't know some of these people. I was like, dang. And it just goes to show that like all you really gotta do is like just be willing. Like I don't care. Like I didn't sit right here and be like, oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna go back to church. Nah, I kept on going back. Even after a lot of traumatic experiences in my life during that period and like them short 2 years, I was like, nah, I'm still gonna go back and stuff like that. And God was like, yo, I'm gonna use you. And I was willing to be used. I'm like, yo, like, all right, cool. Like, whatever that means. At the time, I didn't know what that meant. Like, whatever that means, cool. If he would have told me he was gonna use me like this, I'd be like, yeah, you tripping. Real talk. That's exactly what I said. Like now,
Why
I'm
would
just
you
like,
say he's tripping? Why would you say tripping?
because I would not expect me back then to be like, yo, having like Bible studies. Me actually like
Yeah,
having
like
conversations like
together,
this and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Me like actually talking and stuff like that. Like I did not expect that. Like, shoot, like I told you, I was going to church to look at the girls. I was like, a lot of people don't know this either too, bro. Before I even like got deep, like my relationship got deep, bro, I was basically an atheist, bro. I didn't want anything to deal with like none of that. Like, I was like, bro, because like
So what made you a believer?
the experiences I experienced, like everything I experienced from the things from with my dad. So the story I'm about to tell, nobody knows about it. Like, except for my family, people that know my dad. My dad got
Welcome
into
to the Codecast.
yeah, my dad had got into a wreck, and it wasn't looking good at all. Like people thought he was gonna die. This, that, they're like, even the doctors like, bro, he's not making it. Like I was just like, yo, I was like, I'll never forget. My cousin brought me down. I was in the hospital. She brought me down to the first floor. She was like, let's just pray. I was like, I don't know how to pray. She's like,
that was before you was on.
yeah, that was before. She's like, let's just pray. This is my first experience. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna just say this one because this one really like did it for me. She was like, let's just pray, and I was like, all right, cool. And before like we prayed, I was like, God, like please have my dad make it through this and third. This was like 7 years ago. Man, when I tell you, like when I go visit my dad now, like he's like they said he probably never gonna talk. He's just gonna be a vegetable this and third. I walk up in there, my dad would talk my ears off. He calls me, like this man randomly called. I'm like, hello. He's like, yeah, Joel, what's up? I was like, Dad? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh shoot, like what's up? Like he calls me, talks to me stuff. Like he moves around. When I go visit him, he's just like happy to see me and stuff like that. And like me to think about all them years at the doctors, everything said, yo, it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. And I was like, I just gotta trust God in the situation because like even the doctors be like, listen, they about to pull the plug. They was like, yo, like it's like almost 3-4 months, like you about to put a plug or like. And my aunt was like, yeah, nah. Like, I believe God gonna, like, pull him through. And when I tell you that, he definitely did it for my dad right there. And, yeah, I'm trying to keep myself together.
Yeah, no,
Like,
That's
like,
powerful, bro.
Nah, like,
That's real.
That's
because, bro, like,
now
he,
every
like,
day you end out practice with a prayer for the whole
Exact-
team.
yeah,
And
like-
at a point in time you didn't even know how to pray.
exactly, like,
So that's like a level of growth that's
so it's just, like, when I saw that, I was like, yo, like, God's real. But I still have my doubts because, like I said, like my grandfather's a pastor like that, but I live with my mom. My grandfather, that's on my dad's side. So, like, the people who I was around every day, like, I didn't have no role model like that. So I'm just, like I had nobody, like remembers, like, show me, like, stuff like that. Show me, like, I want to say show me the ropes, but, like, like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
spiritual guidance.
yeah, so I was just, like, I still had my doubts. And it was just, like, my mom was always at work. So, like, that was one thing I saw. And it was, like, another thing was, like, when I was at the church, just hearing the testimonies. People, like, just hearing the testimony. People saying, like, doctor said I had cancer. And I just kept someone's faith and this and that third, and like next thing you know, tumors gone and stuff like that. Within my next visit, I'm just like, yo, like what is going on? I'm like, bro, like I was like, there's no way that God isn't real. It's like even just like experience stuff like that, even my own personal experiences that I even had with him on one-on-one times. It's like, yo, God is real. Like, I was like, there's no way that he's not real. Like, that's when my doubt just left.
Yeah.
And then like getting back into like I said, like starting going back to church, stuff like that, and just growing and like reading the word and like actually like hearing the stuff people talking about. I'm like, you know what? Let me just take this thing serious. Like, what's the worst that can happen? And I'll tell you, bro, like my life has just been amazing. It's been amazing. Definitely been tried. You're definitely gonna get tried. I've definitely been tried. I've been through, my faith definitely has been tested. Definitely had people walk up to me talk about something. Oh, you over serving the white man, religion, this, down, the third. And I feel like, bro, that's when that's when knowledge goes out the window. I'm just like,
Yeah. But I remember in church, some of my favorite moments was definitely hearing the different testimonies.
yes,
That was definitely one of my favorite moments, just because like you hear all these problems in the world from from different people, and it's like they always tell you at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, maybe it didn't go how I even wanted to go, but then it changed. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
And just the fact that they had that what you call it, that willpower to even share some of the stuff they even got
Yeah.
to share. It was like very like heartwarming and touching at times. And it's like, wow, like that's crazy. And I would say I was young during those moments, but then when I got older, I started to realize it a little bit more in a sense. But there was one point when it was more like in high school. Yeah, high school. I was like church. Not really thinking about church. It was a weird place, but there's pros and cons at times because it's not because the church itself is a building. It's not the building itself. It's what's the people that's inside of it that can really make or break a church.
yes,
You know what I'm saying? So like I was raised in the same. Like I went to the same church from like since I was a baby to now. You get what I'm saying? So like I've seen people. Like I've seen to youth come and go for multiple different reasons and all that stuff. And one thing I really wanted to do, which I did do, was really just look from the outside in. So I was from the inside out.
yeah,
I was like, all right, like let me look from the outside in because it's like you can find like there's great people in church, but at the same time there's still people it's still like hypocrites or bad people or
yeah,
different type of people that was like, oh, hold on, like you're making Christianity look bad. Because we could be like, let's be real. There's times like you see on the internet and all that shit. It's like you see people saying like, "Oh, if you go to church, like you're such and such, or you're a very judgmental person and all this other stuff." But in reality, it's really the bad Christians that make like everyone else look bad.
And what makes even worse, sometimes it's the leaders.
Oh yeah,
It be the leaders in church that be the hypocrites, to be the one that give you the side eye or like judge you this, that, and the third. But yeah, y'all be the same with somebody. Yeah, come on down to church, this, that, and third. That's why. And I had talked to people like, well, why don't you want to be in church? It's like, bro, because like Christians are very judgmental. What do you mean? Like they tell me the experience. They're like, listen, like, the same very people that told me to come be the same very people that when I get there be judging me this, that, and the third, or be like, oh, like trying to like basically like groom them. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, oh, like if I come here and like fresh off the street and stuff like that, like nobody's ever gonna be perfect coming in like their first day and stuff like that. They're not gonna be all spiffy you up to like how you want them to be. No, like they're gonna come in exactly how they are and stuff like that, and just treat them with the love. Like one thing my aunt tells me all the time, like, nephew, you gotta love people from where they are. Like you can't sit right there, like whatever they live, like that's what they're like, that's their lifestyle, stuff like that. That's stuff they're doing, like in that time period, stuff like that. People change because, like I said, like I told you, I wasn't who I am now a couple years ago.
yeah,
Like so, I'm walking in, like let's say like my old self would walk in, didn't know who it is and stuff like that. I would not even like we wouldn't recognize each other because, like I said, like people don't like when they come in, like they're not gonna come in the same and leave the same. Like they're gonna come in, how they are and stuff. Like, don't sit right there and judge them because like they're gonna come in, you treat you with love and stuff like that. They're like, you know what? I feel comfortable here in this out there. They're gonna keep on coming. Don't bring them in and just judge them like, oh, well, you're not supposed to wear this or not supposed to do like. No, like just love them, like literally, love on them, give them that love and stuff like that. Like,
did y'all churches have retreats y'all used to go to?
Ooh.
yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't.
Never been on one, but
I didn't.
I've been to one.
Never been on one.
I didn't say nothing about mine, but like I grew up going to church. My mom took me. Ever since I was my dad too, like whichever one I was with, like we went to church. Like I grew up in the Baptist like side of things.
Okay.
So I went to Friendship Missionary Baptist Church. That's in Charlotte, North Carolina. Another, like Manny said, like a prestigious, you feel me, example of what, the Christian religion is supposed to be about. So I grew up listening to, Pastor Clifford Jones every Sunday. I got the word, got good stuff in with my dad. We would go to the AME, we would go to Zion. We would do all the stuff to like know about the higher power. And with my sister especially, she like going those the trips. Like we would go on trips and retreats and talk about Jesus, talk about what it's like to be a teen in the ministry. Like, I'm going through this, I'm experiencing that. How can I talk to God about this? How can I talk to God about that? And then, in high school, I took like at Livingstone even took world religion, took history of world religion. In high school took AP and Geo. They had a religion section under there. Y'all know I read Malcolm X. Got a chance to view it from the Islamic side and hear about all the different places of religions and what's whose and what's that. But that all basically just came together, like you said. Look at it from the outside in, and like Joel said, when you bring people to church, like I was never somebody who was overly judged in church. But I saw it, you know what I'm saying? You gonna see it. You see that community, like, and you was like, it's good Christians and bad Christians. Like, I don't even like using it like it's just good people and bad people, because to even make Christians, people who identify as Christians, have to, put up with their brothers and sisters through the congregation who go out and do things that make the entire religion, let alone that church, look bad. It's just messed up. But yeah, we took church retreats, and going on them retreats, like I remember one of them, bro. It was just funny. Like I was there with a girl, not like I was with her, but like it was a group of people, and one of the girls, like multiple of them, was trying to, you feel me, like what they was on, and it's
Trey was
listen.
a little
nah,
man.
it's like bro,
You
like,
was talking to him like that.
Nah,
What was
I
the
wasn't
church
on
girls,
nothing.
man?
I was like 11.
So how you know they was on that? They were like,
Bro, I got my sister and her friends that was older. Like we in the group talking to girls. Like it's girls and boys all on a retreat. And these particular girls, like like
it was on you though. Like
it wasn't on me.
Oh,
it was
okay,
all the
okay,
girl,
okay.
all the boys, like all the boys.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's just, bro, when you take a bunch of teenagers, like you had people.
Hormones through the roof.
You had people
Away from the parents.
I was like 11, 12, but the ages went all the way
Oh,
up to like
man.
16, 17. So
Oh,
you take all them
man.
people out there, like, and it's just a group of people that
you
know
gonna
each
make
other.
these church folks not want to go on retreats
It's
no
not
more.
even. It's not even. And that's the thing too. It's not even that all the retreats are bad. It's just like, bruh, it's people in the church who are hypocrites and do not live the way that they say they supposed to live.
Nah, facts.
Well, also this, like, one thing I would like to say too is that we are human.
Of course,
Humans
we all
do-
have a carnal instinct.
Yeah,
we
like
all,
To be fair,
we struggle.
go through
We
that.
all
got that
struggle
flesh.
with
Yeah.
something.
yeah.
To be
Y'all got
fair,
that flesh.
I ain't gonna lie. Growing up in the church, you said you was looking at women. I definitely was too.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna
It
lie.
is.
Like
Bro, everybody looking at women.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, yes, I do say yes. I am abstinent. Like I am. I say that all the time because I am.
Yeah.
Nah, that's lit,
Fair
bro.
But
me.
also,
That's
before I did break my abstinency with, we all know who. I was.
did do that?
Yeah.
You ain't tell me that, bro.
Like,
You ain't tell me that.
I sat there. So I was 2 years, going on 3 years strong. Before me and her, met. And I would always tell people, like, listen, like, yo, like, take the abstinence route. Like, I know it's not easy, but like, it's gonna be worth. Like, people like, I want to control the lust is not the like. I'm like, listen, like, well, like, it all takes by little steps. I'm like, eventually you'll get to the abstinence route. Like me, like, it took me a while to get to the abstinence route. I was like, I don't know if I can do that. I'm about to go to college. I don't know if, but like,
I did
eventually.
my abstinent route, and that was before my virginity. So
Nah, I'm on that. I'm on that wave too right
so
now.
yeah,
bro.
so like, I sat there. I did it for 3 years, stuff like
You on
that, and
abstinence?
then.
yeah.
When I broke my abstinency, I felt guilty. I felt like the
Damn.
hypocrite. I was like, dang, got it very much down.
So at,
Oh,
like,
nah, it's
hey,
post-nut
after
third. That's
after.
what it was.
He said,
No, check. So like after you did that, like how far, like was it like 1 minute after you was like, damn, like
Right after I felt the conviction, I was like,
Did you look at her though? Like, did you look at her like you was like, damn, like,
Just
like
looking
how
at her,
was it?
just looking at her nasty, like
Nah,
You're a
I'm
devil.
gonna tell you exactly what I did. I went to the bathroom and I prayed. I went to the bathroom right after. like I said, it's been 3 years.
Nah,
So
that's-
it ain't last long.
that's
It's like 3
crazy.
years. Like so, like
That's
I'm gonna be real. Like it was 3 years. It definitely didn't last long. So just like and I went to the rapper. I prayed.
First of all,
But then
She probably heard you.
this
She's
is
like,
why
what
it's
the hell?
important.
Like,
This is why it's
Hold on.
important to know what you're doing.
wait, hold on. What made it even worse though, because like the door was open. Now the door was open, and my flesh was, and I was just like, you know what?
Your flesh.
My flesh was telling me one thing.
You really passive right here.
My spirit was saying one thing, and I was just like, I'm already. I sat right there. I was like, I'm already here. Might as well keep it going. We
Your
kept it going.
Oh, so you went back in?
No, not that
Wow,
night.
after
Not
you
that night.
prayed?
Not that night. No, not that night. Then like a couple nights later, because she was staying with me.
Wow.
She was staying with me. They say like, bro, like
The flesh took
the
over.
temptation was there because she stayed with me. It was even worse.
You
Like
gotta
You're
bite
not
that.
strong, bro. You're not strong.
I wasn't strong, and my flesh was weak. I was very weak. I ain't
Nah,
gonna cap.
facts.
My flesh was very
Understandable.
weak, and I felt like I was gonna practice every day. One thing I was always angry, stuff like that. I was angry at the situation. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that
yo,
let that
like,
nut off. That's why.
Ooh, backed up,
no, I was angry because I was just more mad at myself. Like, you know what? It was like I couldn't stop.
bro. You.
That's why you
Like-
used to be okay.
Like I wanted to stop. I wanted to stop having sex and like that. I wanted to, but it's just like I just couldn't.
People are gonna hear this. Be like, damn, I wish I had this problem.
No, like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. And it has been times like, I was just like, yo, like, God, I need you to help me with this because I just and then like
Bro, I cannot. I can't.
like it got to the point where like
Bro.
it got to the point where it got so bad, went to a point like I just said screw it. Like I was like, you know what? I see her as my wife. Like
Sitting all over.
I was so bad. Like when I tell you I was so bad, like I was out here like living. I was like
Fighting demons.
I was going like I was going through it, and then like so like when like we broke up and stuff, I went back to church. And when I tell you, I cried.
Mm.
People was like, I was out there, I was crying.
Like you
because
know
I
how like they
felt-
bring you into the front of the church.
Yes,
like,
I felt because I felt
Oh my
so
God.
bad. I was like, God, I sat here. I made a promise and I broke my promise. Not only did I broke my promise, I recognized I broke the promise and still continued doing the wrong thing because I just couldn't stop. And you know what? This like it was so bad. I felt hurt. Like I was really like I felt ashamed. I was like, God, I'm sorry. That's all I kept saying. And I cried so much. I would cry so much.
That's real though. That's real.
Like when I tell you I cried, and like now, I started my journey again. And best believe I have been tested.
Mm.
Like I mean, best believe I have been tested.
Look,
Like, and like I told my closest friends the story. They're like, "Bro, are you gay?" I said, "I'm not gay." Like, cause like I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
I
I'm
thought
on a
so, too.
journey here. Like, I'm like,
oh, you really gotta question yourself though, man.
yeah, like
This girl got you up in front of the altar crying in front of the congregation. That's not Christian, atheist, none of that. Regardless, bro. Let's live in reality, bro.
I am
I'm
living
not-
reality.
I'm not trying to look before I even start. This isn't a joke to me. I take this seriously. Stop laughing, Cole. Like I can't do nothing with Cole. I take this seriously, bro. You gotta live in reality. There's nothing good about that for the religion or you. And I'm gonna tell you why.
it's not good for me to cry. Bro.
No, it's not about crying. You're crying in front of the congregation.
What's wrong with crying for? I was released.
And you letting them know you got bounced. You letting them know you can't come out like that, bruh.
Listen,
What did
listen.
we just say? We just
I ain't gonna
said,
cap.
We just said the church got a whole bunch of people in it who be judging people. and
Let
they
them
be-
judge me. You judge that's to you, God. Go ahead.
Right. Let them judge you.
I got
let
that
'em
tough
judge you.
skin.
But let me tell you this, bro. Let me tell you this. You gotta know what you doing because you was beating up on yourself when you was really like, bro, you a king, bro. Like let's take it out of the church for a second. Let's step outside the sanctuary. We are kings, bro. And what happened to you was a man down, and we don't need that again. But they had you coping with it the wrong way, bro. You going up in front of them people and crying about it.
I don't-
and
wait,
not
did they
making
know-
you feel
did
no-
they-
Like everybody knew about the broke. Like
I'm not
nobody,
telling
I'm gonna
no
be
whole
real.
congregation
Yeah.
about my sins. Hell no.
Nah, listen. I'm gonna
What?
be real. I'm
They
gonna
gonna
be
think
real.
I'm the devil.
No, I'm gonna be. What you got? I don't want to know. Listen, I'm gonna be
Woo,
real.
Danny
I'm
go
gonna
crazy.
look. I'm gonna be real.
He
I'm gonna be
going
real.
crazy.
I'm gonna be real. Like at my church, nobody knew I was in a relationship. Like I didn't tell them about her because
yeah,
I
but
felt like-
I like who would?
yeah, like I ain't okay because I felt like, so basically everybody was like, what made you take so long to like make your girlfriend this, that, and third? Because we only like I officially made her my girlfriend in the summer. Imagine we've been like talking since spring, last spring. So like everybody loved me. I was like because like I just felt like I shouldn't be with her, but it was to the point I was like, you know what, screw it. But like I didn't tell people back at home because like I don't want them because like I feel like this ain't gonna last long. Like I'm not gonna do that. So they didn't know why I was crying. I mean, the people who knew the story knew why I was crying, but the whole church was probably like, that boy probably going to something. God dealing with him. I was going to something. And God was dealing with me. And just like, that's what it was. That's why I was crying.
bro,
Like, they ain't know why I was crying.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You went through something, it was a rough time, but that's what I think. we
The first
spoke
time I cried, though.
Of course not. But we spoke about this like, man, you got to understand. Let's live in reality here. Some of the things that some of these churches, and I'm not talking about all, some of the things that some of these churches got these people doing, that ain't right. You know it ain't right. And I grew up in church, so, you know, it took me a while to say it, but, you know, now as I'm coming into my manhood, like I can look at something and be like, look, man, that's not right. And you want to just slap Jesus on it and just say like, oh, in the name of Jesus, come up here. I don't know the whole situation, what happened with you, but you know what I'm saying? Letting all them people into a vulnerable space like that with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's talking about your abstinence and what, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, man. When you think about the betterment of yourself, like now, obviously you can speak on it and share it for the people, but like the betterment of yourself, I feel like sometimes in the church, bro, it drives people to like get worse rather than like speak, and it makes the whole, like it makes everything look bad, like we spoke about. Like it's just like some things you got to think about from a larger perspective and take a look outside, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like that's just my opinion.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm over it, girl. At that.
That's what I'm saying. Like it got you thinking that you can just come to these people about the most intimate
Okay,
parts.
wait.
Can't.
Do you guys know the reason why I was crying, right? It wasn't because
We
of
know.
the breakup. It wasn't because of none of that. It was because
Yeah,
I
because
broke.
yes,
You broke your
Yeah.
abstinence,
Yeah,
and what you
so-
gotta
yes, your
understand is,
peen
bro,
went inside.
But
for
the-
you to
that
be
keep-
19 years old, how old were you? when
20
this was
years
going on?
old.
But when this was going on, you was still 20.
Yeah.
For you to be
Damn,
20, man, pursuing abstinence, man, right now, man.
Whoa. I had all the sex I wanted.
Right.
I'm not gonna
right,
lie.
Cool.
Sex is played out, bro.
It's not
Like
even-
I don't want to sit here and walk around having sex. If I want to do that,
Mr.
like,
Bitches, my
like,
fault.
bro, like no, because I use all right.
Why?
another thing,
You said sex is played out.
It's like just hooking up with random females.
He's
Yes,
done it
that's
all.
played out.
Yeah, that's
Hooking up with hooking up with random females.
Wait, do it again.
He's done it all. My
Bro,
fault. Oh,
because
shit.
like bro, in high
No,
school,
no,
like
no.
I said, bro, I had sex. Like I said, I had sex all the time.
Oh, you're that nigga.
I had
bro.
sex. I had KO. Shut up,
I'm
bro.
being so.
No,
you
bro.
You said sex played out and all that, but you're him.
Like,
Nah, he's mastered manhood.
no, because yes,
Nah,
like,
he did,
bro,
He
Look
did, though.
though,
like,
you being
that's
20
lit.
and going through life saying, "Look, I'm gonna be abstinent. I'm going to college. I'm gonna be abstinent. This, that, and the third."
But I
Bro,
think you guys are getting mixed up though. You're taking that as like, oh yeah, like he knows how to not think with his dick and just think with his head. What he's saying, that's two different things though. Abstinence and thinking with your like.
yeah, it's like even if I want to have sex, I'm not having sex.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
happened times.
I know.
No, it has
Bro,
been times when
abstinence
females
means-
been in my room talk about some. You already know what I came here for. I'm like, I'm not here for that.
Bro,
Get out.
bro,
Bro, you're
bro,
missing.
bro,
So
bro,
whatever
bro,
you do,
bro,
but he is
bro,
missing
bro.
bitches, bro. I'm gonna be real.
No,
Bro,
chill.
Like,
I'm
He said,
telling
"You know what I came
I'm
for."
gonna have to give you the title right
I
now.
don't think
bro.
no girl just saying that though. Like,
Nah, they say it. They say
we
it.
get
for
we
sure.
we.
you know what I came here for?
No, I'm gonna give you a story. I'm gonna give you a story. No,
Like,
I'm gonna give
ain't
you
no
a story.
girl just saying you know what
I'ma
I
give
came
you a
here
story.
for, though.
No,
Like,
I'ma
let's
give you a
be
story.
real.
No.
because it's Joel.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you a
girl
story.
coming.
Let
you
him
know
get
what I
a
came
story.
here
I'm
for?
Let
gonna
him
give you
get
the
a
story.
story.
This is a true story. It happened. You can ask Will. Will will tell you it happened because he's my sweet mate. This girl came up, right? She came to the room. I like R&B. I like 90s R&B. So I'm playing some
Yeah,
Genuine.
you had the move set. Yeah,
Everybody said that. I'm like, this is how my room is 24/7. So like,
Joel.
I had the LED lights on, and I had Genuine on.
Ooh, okay.
just
She
so
might have said
happened-
that. Did
He just so
She might have
happened.
said that.
He
Did
just so happened to come in while the song Pony was playing,
Ooh.
and
He knows what the hell he's doing. I'm not hearing none of
no,
this.
no,
Riz God.
As a man of God, should
Riz
you be listening to the
God.
song
I
Pony?
promise you.
No,
bro.
hold on. As a man of God, should you be listening to the song Pony?
And that at that time in my life in the season, I was still like, God was
Okay,
still working
okay,
on
okay,
secular
bet,
music.
bet,
Right now, I do not listen to secular music. So
I mean, I see. That's another conversation.
there's another conversation.
That's
So,
another
anyways,
Yeah.
Church
like I
got
said, this
y'all
was
going in
like 2
circles.
years ago. This was like 2 years
Nah,
ago,
nah,
bro.
nah.
This was like still like I said, like this is 2 years ago. So like I'm
Yeah,
still
yeah.
still some wrinkles getting
Yeah.
ironed out. So like she come up there, I'm like, what's up? And then she was like, like what you trying to do? I'm like, well, I'm about to study. And I was like, well, like what you want to do? Like want to watch a movie? And then the song, Pony's playing. He's at the part, jump on it. But she like, well, I'm trying to do what he's saying. And I was
Oh,
like,
that's how she said. Okay,
I said-
okay.
I
that makes
said,
sense.
this is not that type of party. I'm like, you can just like,
What does she look like?
That's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, she had to be
I'm
ugly.
gonna be
bro.
nah. She wasn't ugly. She was like.
She still go to the school?
I learned my lesson from the last podcast.
Nah,
bro.
we not gonna say
talk
her
off
name.
camera.
No,
We
we're not
definitely
saying
gonna-
Nah, I ain't
we
gonna give no
talk about this
descriptions.
off, you feel
Yeah,
me?
we gonna talk about this off
So,
camera.
so,
'cause-
basically, yes.
But I'm just saying,
Yes.
she still go here though.
Bro.
I probably don't know her. I don't know.
Anyways, so basically that's what happened. So
That's-
like,
yes.
and that's just one
I know.
situation. It's situation because like, when word really got around that like, oh, like, did Joel absent, like he doesn't have sex. Like one of my female friends said like, Joel, like certain females are coming to you to try to be that one to break your. I'm so sorry. My phone's not disturbed. That's an alarm. I'm so sorry.
Nah, you good. You good. But they
So,
talk about
And no,
females.
it has
So she
been.
asking you to have sex with that alarm.
Bruh. Stop
No.
joking on, bro.
No, it had-
alarm,
Nah,
bruh,
I'm laughing.
That's
she's a close
lame, bro.
friend.
That's lame.
She's a
bro.
close
Like,
friend.
don't do,
I'm
bro,
not-
She's a
alarm.
close friend to
Don't
me.
do, bro. Alarm.
This
Yeah,
friend-
that's
nah.
cold.
This friend came to me and she was like, Joel, like I heard that some girls are like actually trying to like break your absence to be that one to say that
I'm
oh,
absent
I
too,
did
Why
it.
you laughing, Trey? You see what I mean, bro?
Like,
Nigga
Trey-
green, bro.
Trey,
He
yeah,
green, bro.
and I am not
Trey
encouraging
Green.
anybody out there to say you're absent just to get females.
Trey
Like, no,
Green.
that is
Bro,
not
you
what I'm.
green.
He said it's like, bruh he had it shaking, like, bruh, and they really go around talking about, bruh, abstinence, like, he a man. You
No,
playing
like-
with his top, like, you playing, bro.
I mean, I'm not joking like 100%. Like one thing I know, but
I
I
know.
don't lie.
I
Like,
know.
tell
I
the
know,
truth.
'cause
Nah,
heard-
we
I heard
believe
this
you.
before.
We
Yeah,
believe you. It's
so,
crazy how you had
like-
them on, like, you had them around you like that, like, you was,
Yeah,
But you really had girls talk about your ass, but you're him.
yes,
Bro.
bruh.
it happened. So I was just like, dang. So like, all that stuff happened. Like I said, like it has been times like if I want, like I said, if I want to have sex,
Yeah, you
I
can have sex.
with
You
no
can,
problem.
You could beat some in.
Like,
But this
This
my
is
thing.
bitches.
Like I said, bro, sometimes I feel like the church be having y'all running in circles. And it's like,
Why you say that? Why you say that?
Yeah, why do you say
Expand on
that?
that?
That's-
I'm
Expand
just
on that.
listening.
Oh,
Like,
he fucked up.
one of the things that you talked about enjoying growing up in church was the testimony.
Yeah.
But every time I listen to Joel's testimony, he going through these trials and these tribulations. And it's like along the way, he really going like I guess humiliation is a part of it or something. But like,
Nah, you humiliate him. You
I'm
laugh
not
at him.
humiliating.
You be laughing.
I'm
Wait,
laughing,
what stories?
I'm
What
laughing.
stories I done told
Keep
you?
going. Keep going. Keep going.
Way
though,
you
keep
made
going.
it sound like you had to get up in front of the, like you got
Oh,
up in
that
front
one?
of the church, or when they prayed
Nah,
over
you just know,
when
like-
they prayed over you and they said you gonna get there and they gonna call you preacher boy, and then you got
that's
here and people was
believable,
calling you
though.
it is believable, but it's
Mhm.
like dang, like you almost speaking that over him, like yo, why can't
Never
he?
heard of a
that's, but
prophecy?
that's a prophecy.
You
though.
never heard of a
You
prophecy?
don't
I
believe in
have heard of a
prophecies?
prophecy, but I've also heard of like coincidences and things like
And then
that.
that's
I'm not
why
in
you-
too deep
and-
of-
and that's-
I'm not in too deep of any of them, but I'm just
I'm
saying,
gonna be real. See,
you getting prayed over, and they
Hold
like,
on.
bro, when you get to school, they gonna call you preacher boy.
Hold on.
In my opinion, is that not like
Hold
an
on.
indicator, bro?
Hold
Stop.
on.
Like, is
Oh,
that
let him
not
finish, let him finish.
is that not an indicator that something fishy is going on?
No.
That's not like, bro.
Nah, that's very
to
normal.
me,
I'm about to answer your
me-
question, Trey.
To me, that's something fishy
I'm
going
about
on.
to answer your question. So every time,
Nah, Trey, you lost me.
listen,
with that
listen,
one,
listen,
bro.
because
I'm not here for you.
there are some false prophets out there. Out this and that there. Every time you do prophecy, you bring that to God. Like God, this from you or this person's just out here like BS.
And that goes back to what we was talking about beforehand about you saying a verse, and then we're like, well, you read this translation, he reads this translation. And I remember when I first was, before I even learned how to read, when I'm around my church members, my leaders, my mother, the people in my life, my village who has raised me, they say, God says, do not take from this book and do not add to it for your gain or don't do it. It's not allowed. So then I heard that originally, right? Then I get to doing more studying, like the books of the Bible, Sunday school, all those activities. And I'm like, oh, there's the New World Translation. There's this translation. There's this translation. And I'm like, doesn't that go against that? And then, the more that I grow up into it, the more that I learn, I'm like, oh, so what really happened with the Bible was this was being used during slavery. When I found out the Bible, and you was like earlier, you was like, oh, they say it's the white man religion. That's when all knowledge goes out the window. Well, no, if we pull out history books and we literally look at the history of how slavery was so prominent and how it worked so well, they literally told them, obey your earthly masters.
Can I say something?
No,
It
not
says
till
that in
I'm
the
done.
Bible?
Yes.
I do. It
So-
do.
And
so-
don't cut me off now, because you
so-
had about 20 minutes.
I ain't
You
cut
had
you
your
off.
chance to say, bro. I'ma just say this.
I got your answer.
I'ma just speak truthfully. And I'ma
Speak.
just say this. It says, obey your earthly masters. They made it illegal for slaves to read. They forced this upon them. They gave the slaves churches. Our school is literally like, bro, it goes so deeply rooted. I'm not saying anything that you've been through is falsified or not real or not a testimonial that's valid. I'm saying when you look at it from the outside in, as Cole said earlier, I just start noticing things that it's like the things that you go through, Joel. I don't feel like you have to put up with a lot of the things that you do put up with in the name of your religion. And I feel like sometimes the church can have us going in circles or going in places looking for things or calling things prophecies or calling people prophets when in reality we all just here trying to figure it out. Like I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, having you devote yourself to this girl who in the end it just ends up it breaks you but it makes you stronger. But it's like, bro, I don't like it's funny, we can laugh about it, but like, bro, that's not something I want you to go through as a brother or somebody I care about. And it's like you the whole time you talking
I'm
about
happy I went through it.
But that's what, bro.
course,
You can
of
say that
course,
though,
of
but
course.
that's just with Joel. That's his personality.
that is
bro.
Joel's
Like,
personality
you
as well,
feel
but
me?
he's
Like,
devoted to it. He's devoted to that religion.
That's why, like, people like you can say people laughing at him and cracking jokes on, but that's because his personality. Like, if I was to do the same thing, if I was devoted the same way, ain't nobody playing with me like that. You feel me? That's what I'm saying.
And,
But like you could take for example for Crank. Like, ain't nobody really like, you feel me?
Bruh.
They
Crank,
not
that's my
treating him the same
dog.
way.
Crank
He on that.
too. Crank, bro. Crank is, dude, one of the greatest human beings I've ever met. And for y'all that don't know MTSTJ, man, y'all gonna
Bro.
find out.
Listen,
Shout out.
Y'all gonna find out if y'all don't know.
Give my man a shout out, man.
That's one of the most top tier, best humans I've
Definitely
ever
is,
met.
for
man.
sure.
And I don't even fully know him, but you can just tell by being around him in any setting, anywhere you go, he's always spreading positive energy, blessing, telling you how much you mean, telling you like if whatever you going through,
Spreading
right?
that word,
you
bro.
can talk to him about that. Like, so all of that, I'm not like, that's why I say earlier, I just like saying good Christians and bad Christians. I think it's good people and bad people because Crank just a good person. You could be with or without Christianity, bro. I never seen him do anything that was faulty character, untrustworthy. Like, bro, it sways like that. And for there's to be people who are in the church living the same life that you live, but they lying about it. Like, that don't even, like we talk about the football team. Don't nobody want to be on a team with somebody who don't care. If you really don't want to be here, if you hate practice every day, go home.
Portal.
I met so many Trishas who like they swear by Jesus. They got all in his bio. They got highlights on their Instagram, and they are literally fornicating weekly.
I
And
mean-
it's not. I'm not saying we don't all struggle with things because we all do.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, bro, it's so many contradictions and circles and.
But that's them though, bro.
That
Like, you
is
gotta
them.
understand,
That is
like,
them.
you
That
feel me?
is them.
Can I say
Like-
something?
That's their life. That's what they choose to do. Go ahead.
So I want to back up to what you said about, slavery and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people always tell me this, and I was just like, in slavery, yes, they did use the Bible. They use it to manipulate the slaves into obeying them. They literally twisted the words of God.
So off rip,
They
I'm already
twisted-
like, let me pause you right there.
Go ahead.
You just said they used the words of God. They flipped it.
They twist his words
Twisted
around.
it.
Yeah.
Twisted it.
They use it
So
for their
now-
own gain.
So now, what do you think we're reading? Do you think we're like, nah, bro, that was messed up. Like slavery, all right, that was bad. Like we gonna go back and rewrite the Bible the way it was originally written. No, they gave them the same exact King James Version Bible, 1611, around the time what they say he sold those in blue of
I ain't gonna
1492.
cap. You confusing me a little bit. What you talking
I
about?
know it is confusing, but I've done a lot of like digging, and I'ma just
Nah, like,
I can
'cause,
slow
like,
it down for you.
No, you're confusing me because it's like, when you said they rewrote it, the same King James version they got, the same one I got.
Okay, so in 1611 King James Version, the 1611 King James Version, right? Or whenever the Bible's written, I don't know.
Go ahead.
Whenever Bible you're talking about that you swear by, whatever Bible you read today is after slavery. And it was given to slaves and it was used upon slaves. And it talks about how like slave masters would literally make, if they caught you reading anything, a letter, let alone a Bible.
Cap.
Yeah, where's that at in the Bible?
Yeah, I don't think.
Cat.
Whoa. Where's what at in the Bible?
Where it says, if your master catch you reading.
No, that's not. I didn't say that's in the Bible. I'm saying that's what they did to slaves. That doesn't need to be in the Bible. That's
They
like,
used,
that's
again,
a law that everybody knows about. You're not
This-
allowed to read.
So you're
what
saying,
they-
so you're saying the Bible was made after slavery?
No, I'm saying that the Bible was used during slavery.
It was.
Yes.
It-
So
it
then
was.
when they freed the slaves,
So you think they changed the
my
Bible?
people still suffer the psychological residuals of slavery. My people are still suffering the psychological residuals of slavery. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And you're saying, do I think they rewrote it? No, that was a rhetorical question. They obviously cannot rewrite a book that they were hiding for 246 years from people who can't even read. We are reading the same Bible that was kept from us for 200 years. And in the Bible, it speaks about, like, it's just so ironic to me. Like, I'm not no bibliographer. Like, I don't know everything about the Bible, but I'm just saying, like, these are just context clues from common sense, living in reality, looking at the world, reading history, reading other books, looking at it from the outside in. Like, bro, the Bible was used during slavery. Automatically, that should be a question. Can we talk about it, or is we just gonna sit here and say no? I trust all the people who are still imposing these unfair injustices upon these people today to, like, say that nah, they went back and they said the right things and put the right things in the Bible.
But this is what I'm saying. They used the Bible, twisted the words for their own greed.
And then untwisted them.
They
when it was
sat
done?
there. They sat there and
Did
told
they
them
untwist them? And did they untwist them when it was done, Joel?
by them. Like, what do you mean? Like,
Did
untwist
they
what?
untwist? They used the Bible during slavery. When was slavery? Do you know when slavery ended? At the end of the Civil War.
Nah, it actually kept on going after Civil War.
They keep on going, still going today. We know that. So, like, I'm questioning why, if the Bible is like a focal point, a cornerstone of slavery, part of why it works so well, why are we just
They
sitting
use
here
it
like,
to. They
Bro,
use
can I
it
tell you something though? Like,
tell me,
like,
tell me.
when I sit back and I just listen to this, bro, and you say about the Bible, did you know like slaves couldn't read?
Yeah. That's
So
what I
really,
said
what they
multiple times.
so really what they
Masses
saying,
reading.
the really what they can do, they can tell you that the Bible says this and that,
Yeah.
and nigga, it
Doesn't
probably
say that.
don't. It probably don't say that.
Yeah.
But when I read the Bible today, it's like everything that's happening, everything that's happening in the
happening.
world
Yep.
is in the Bible. So
Read
like,
the Book of Revelations, brother.
Okay, we
So,
get
like,
somewhere.
so-
Read the Book of Revelations. So if we read the Book of Revelations, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't had my nose in Revelations recently, but I know there's some stuff that is said in there that's happening right now, like you just said. And
yeah, like my coach just sent me something yesterday that's happening right now in
Yeah.
the Book of Revelation.
Ooh,
That,
yeah. And you look at the Hebrew, bro, it's so many things in
but
the
like,
Bible.
so like,
that-
what is
that's-
your what I'm trying to get at? Like, what is
It
you
says
trying to
in
say, though?
Revelations that there will be someone who comes and deceives the world.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't it say something to that context?
Right.
So if and it says, doesn't it say somewhere in the Bible too that, like, the devil rules the earth
For
like,
7
living for
years.
the world, living for the
Tribulation.
world? You said that, right?
The tribulation.
So if we got the whole world, if we deceive it, bro, I can't like
Keep going, keep going.
No, I'm
going.
gonna keep going, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to force nothing on y'all, but I'm just using context.
Nah, you ain't
clues and
forcing
a thought
nothing.
process.
I'm
Like,
hearing you out.
bro,
I'm listening.
if it says that he's gonna deceive the whole world, but we know who he is, he goes by Satan. Do you think he's really just going by Satan, or you think it's other things and other names he could go by and stuff like that?
Okay.
Yeah, Satan got different.
Wait.
Yeah,
Hold on,
Satan,
hold on.
Lucifer,
Yeah.
and
Hold
then what
on.
did you say? What did you say before? Like we say these names and we say these characters in the Bible, but like we don't really know what
I said
they are.
Yeshua.
Yeah, you said Yeshua. Like
Yahweh.
If you look into Yahweh, Yeshua, like Yahweh
It's
means
just
God.
different translations.
Yeah, it is different
It's
translations.
just a different.
Bro, it's a ton of different translations.
But hold on, this one because you have a great question about that. And you know what helped me actually get a better understanding
What?
is this movie out there called Left Behind. It's part 1, part 2, and part 3. It's on YouTube, and I want you to go watch it so you get a better understanding.
I
of it.
can't watch that.
Producer in the back shaking her head.
I can watch it.
Wait. There's two kinds of. There's
I'm
one.
talking about part one,
there's
part two,
one.
part three. I
Nah,
live
there's
every
one left.
day.
There's one Left Behind where like it's made by a whole different cast, but there's an older one, not the remake, the older one.
Yeah, okay.
And honestly, cause we watched it when I was in church back with teen ministry, and it really just explains to you like how the world is going to be after the rapture, and stuff like that. And we're like, and just like I kept like it would answer a lot of the questions that you have. Like,
Hey, see, I'm not too educated on this topic because I'm not no bishop, I'm not no pastor, and I just know what I know, and
Yeah.
you feel me. So like, I can't really speak on this, and I'm not at a position to go back and forth with you, Trey.
Right, for a rebuttal and all of that.
Yeah, so like,
And
bro,
we don't- we-
so what I can tell you is my dad coming to the spring game.
Give him a
Saturday.
talk.
So
Yeah,
you can
bro.
talk to him.
Yeah,
like,
bro. And
like,
speaking
and-
to your father, I'm already knowing just by the young men that he's raised.
Yeah.
What I seen, like I would
Boy
never
gonna
come. I
smack
would
you
never
with
come
the oil.
at any. See, bro, like
Well,
he going wild. Like any member of the church, like anybody.
That's a joke.
I'm not coming at nobody wild. I'm just.
Nah, he gonna talk to you.
You got
he can talk-
questions.
he
gonna
yeah,
talk.
He
you
can
got
talk, he gonna
questions.
talk.
All
All I'm saying is,
My grandma's evangelist. She
yeah,
Yeah, my
yeah.
dad
When
is
we
something.
speak
He really
about,
gonna talk
and
to you.
I even talk to my people about this. So it's not. I've never been one to bite my tongue about these matters
Yeah.
because I feel at the end of the day it's important. We need to have these conversations.
Yeah.
But I find on the opposite end that it's mostly the people who are like you said, the judgmental. They're the ones who shy away from these conversations. They're the ones who
They
say
are.
prematurely, I can't talk about this. I'm not gonna.
They're
I'm
gonna
gonna go. I won't go
they're
there.
looking
Like,
at your age.
yeah, like
Wisdom has no age.
right,
That's what I feel like. There's a lot of when it comes to church. They a lot of folks, especially the older folks, like the ones that don't change their mind. They feel like, oh, if you're this age, you oh no, you
can't
ain't
say
talking to
nothing and
God.
mean nothing.
You God ain't say that to you because you too young. God speak. There's no age limit on it, brother.
and this
Sister, ain't no age limit. There's no age limit on wisdom. Go look,
it's
open the
not
book of
Bible.
Proverbs.
My
Open
problem
up-
isn't the Bible, bro. It's not the Bible. Like, but I want to say that clearly. Like, the
What's
Bible is
your
a book.
problem. No, I know what
It's
your
a great
problem
book.
is.
But
It's the people.
the people and the cult like thing, like stuff that goes on in the name of that, in the name of like the way people use it. Now, if you've seen you talked about the movie Left Behind. If you've seen the Book of Eli, that
I
also
seen the Book of Eli, yeah.
that the Book of Eli
Great book.
also shows you like that. Also,
Not great, but great movie.
yeah, it also shows you like, yo, like the Bible is something that people will most definitely
would die for.
dangle over your head and use as like the last thing on, like,
Nah.
bro, people will do all type of stuff. So before I go into that, like, I've read a Bible. I have a Bible. I
Yeah.
read it. I did my own all of that. And all I'm saying is a lot of the stuff that these people be living, the main ones who's supposed to be the leaders, the main ones who's supposed to be setting the example, the main ones who we supposed to
Yeah.
be looking to, man, you ain't right. So
But
I'm not
But,
as
that's,
a,
but
I'm
look, that's what I say. That's false prophets. Like, bro, I had this conversation with my brothers like last week. We was saying like, if people in the church are living wrong, would you blame the pastor, or would you blame the people? And I was saying you gotta definitely blame the people.
Yeah.
The pastor job is to give you the word and whatever you
What
do.
about
What
After,
about the pastors? What about them pastors?
but
that-
I'm saying though,
what about
it is
them pastors
and-
that was touching on little boys. What about them?
and God talk about it, and it's in the Bible.
It
It's false
is.
prophets. You
It
can't.
is.
It's false prophets.
You can only get away for
You
so
feel me?
long.
Like they gonna get dealt with. They gonna get dealt with.
And if
for
it's
sure.
not from people like you and I with flesh,
Yeah.
then it's
Also-
on their
Yeah,
judgment day.
Spiritually,
Also-
and when they
yeah.
face their creator, all of
Also,
that.
It's about your relationship too, bro. Like,
And that's what I want to get
like
into.
that's what God always be like, yo. Like,
say relationship.
He just want like it's just the relationship, man. He just want the relationship with you.
My saying is relationship, not religion. Well, that's not
That's
my
what-
saying.
listen,
But look, I don't.
This is
but-
what I
but
say
that's-
too.
That's
I
what
say this too.
I kind of say. I'm saying like I'm a believer in Christ. I don't. I
Exactly.
don't like. I don't like the title Christian because when like I was talking to a girl at the school and you feel me, like, bro, I'm human, bro. Y'all know me, bro. Like, I'm not the
Yeah, you
most,
very
feel me?
carnal. You
Like,
carnal.
feel me? So like when she be like, "Oh, you a Christian? You can't do that." I'm like, "My nigga, come on now." Like, bro, like, you feel me? I'm a believer in Christ, but I'm still human.
That's
like,
what I be saying.
Yeah.
Like when people
so
say stuff like that,
when you people be trying to hold Christians to a higher standard. No, bro, I'm still a human,
You're
bro.
still human.
Like,
They think-
you feel me?
Jesus
hold
that
on,
you speak of.
wait. Nah, I ain't gonna cap. I got 2 days to say. One thing, man. When people say that, I be like, listen, I'm a Christian. I ain't Christ himself. All right, I ain't the perfect man.
Feel me?
Like I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna
What's
stuff
y'all
like that
idea
happen.
of Christ? What's
So
the
then,
perfect man?
hold on, wait.
Pure.
I'm not
Pure.
finished. I'm not finished.
Pure.
On 2.
P-U-R-E.
Second thing I was gonna say is this as well. Like the whole when people throw the word like, "Oh, your religion is that," I be like, listen, bro, like that right there alone. I was like, yo, it's a relationship between me and God, bro.
Yeah.
That's my relationship. Me and Jesus Christ, like literally, like religion. That's like, oh, checklist, step by step. You gotta do this, that, third, this, that. No, bro. Like I'm like, listen, I know, like I mess up. I'm human. I'm gonna mess up this, that, and third. But just, I know what the relationship I have with God, the relationship I have with Christ, stuff like that. God's gonna sit here, listen, I know you messed up, son. I know, like, you did this, that, and third. Come on, come to me. Let's like, I'm gonna show you how to fix it. Show you how to get it right, this, that, and third. With certain religions, they be like, yeah, oh, you mess up, oh, this don't happen. You mess up, this, that. I heard so many crazy things. I'm like, that don't even sound right. Like, I'm like,
I don't think it's a good idea to talk about other religions.
no, I'm not talking about it. I'm
Like,
just saying, like,
yeah.
I'm saying, like, not even other religions. Like, other people I heard in the church. Like, I was just like,
Bruh, church,
bruh,
religion,
that does
whatever.
not
All
even
of this
sound right.
stuff, all of this stuff, man. Keep your head on, and that's all I'm gonna say to the
That
people
too.
watching this and to y'all boys. Like, bro, I stopped living that way a while ago. Like, what you be talking about, like, that's
you
you,
mean?
that's your life, and that's your way. And I applaud you honestly because it takes strength, and I don't take it lightly at all. Like the stuff that you devoted yourself to doing, the type of character that you have. We know you, Joel. You are a teammate. Like I applaud you for that. But like, Me personally, some of the stuff that I just see people trying to get people to do for the church or in the name of the church is like some people, like you said, you can point it out and be like, that's not right that you treat this person that way or excommunicate this person or you know what I'm saying, say this person is a that or this, like, because of one little thing. And it's not even just about that. It's about, like, in reality, we ain't even finished the conversation on the Bible. Like, if they using that during slavery and y'all talking about, you know what I'm saying, you don't even got to put a name on a religion. You just say you got a relationship with Jesus. Let's talk about Jesus. Let's talk about the book. Let's talk about the actual things. Forget about the people. We know it's good and bad people. If you talk about Jesus, man, when you think of Jesus, you close your eyes right now and you think about Jesus, man, the stuff that what you see, it was given to you. And it's not even what the word says. When they describe Jesus,
Oh, you talking about like a white Jesus?
not even white. Let's talk about it. What does the verse say? The verse says he has hair like lamb's wool,
Yeah,
Oh, we had this conversation.
heels
bro.
of
Don't
brass,
say what I'm
Yeah.
about. Don't,
heels
please
of
don't say what
brass.
you about to say, bro.
yeah.
Look, I'm not saying nothing about
But-
nobody. I'm
but-
saying I read the book. I read the book.
Nah, we
The
had a
book says
conversation.
one thing, but every single church in America got something else up on the wall. But when you say, oh, I got a relationship with Jesus, man, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I got a relationship with Jesus. Whoever Jesus is to you, is people getting that definition from the book? Or are they getting it from what they pastor got up on the wall or what their grandmama got up on the wall? Because it's a bunch of black grandmamas all around America who got that blonde hair, blue-eyed Jesus up on the wall when it don't say nothing about no blind and they don't say nothing about no blue in the book. I'm just calling it like I see it, fam. I read the book. I did my Bible
So-
study. And what I see in Bible study in the book is different from what I see when I go out in the world.
Can I just say what you?
So you're talking about the pictures right now? The
Yeah,
pictures?
I'm talking about the pictures.
I'm about to say something. Okay.
I'm talking about the
got it.
pictures. I'm talking about the stories and the way that people call on the name of Jesus. Like, you got people out here that's racist that say that they follow Jesus.
Trey. Hold on.
No, like, let's talk
Nah,
about
because no, we gonna talk about it again.
it.
Everything you just said, it resorting back to the people.
The people, but I just said let's talk about the book. In the book, what did
Yeah,
it describe
but
Jesus
you're
as,
saying everything-
and then what you see in the church. Not completely.
But you don't
excluding
see
people.
that in all churches though.
You don't
Right,
see that in
okay,
all
you don't
churches,
see
but
it
the
in all.
majority. Stop acting like the majority of y'all first time seeing Jesus, it wasn't a white. Like what? Like what? We gonna sit here and lie? The first Jesus you saw was white, right?
It was until I opened up the
Okay,
Bible and it
okay.
described what he was.
And then why did you you open up the Bible, but who gave y'all that image of that Jesus? That's what I'm asking you. Who gave y'all that image?
The image of Jesus was what? The blonde
Who the
hair,
people
white,
who
the
the
blonde
people-
hair, blue eyes.
People who said, Nick, you not allowed to read. If we catch you reading, I'm gonna cut
It's
you.
a reason why.
you.
It's a reason why they.
Yeah, like,
It's
yeah,
a reason why
like-
they said that though.
Please, bro.
Yeah, it's a reason why they said that. The reason
You
they
got
said
me
that is
all
because
over the
we don't have something from a nigga you put in the book. It's that simple, bro. And what is the Bible? A book. And when you open the Bible up and you read the Bible, you will see that 90 to 95% of these churches that you gonna walk into is not. They're literally painting an image of something that goes directly opposite of what the book says it is. Am I crazy for bringing that up? And I think we all are
Nah,
because
you-
we live in a
you-
Christian
Nah,
society.
you not,
right.
You not,
No,
you not
you-
crazy for bringing
right now,
it up.
right
Look,
now.
but it's just like the
right
way
now
that y'all
you
looking
speaking
at me.
facts.
Yeah,
Right
it's
now
just the
you
way that
speaking
y'all
facts.
looking at me, and it's
Yeah,
like
this part right now.
it's the way that
Yeah. Right now he's speaking. That's
Yeah,
what I
this
said
part.
right
yeah,
now.
right now, but it's like the way that y'all looking at me, it's almost like, and I know this going on the internet. I know people gonna see it. I know it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, like
Trey
it's
come
not-
up missing. You know who
nah,
did it?
It's not even about what people like to hear or don't like to hear. It's just like, bro, when you really have an open conversation and ask yourself. Stop asking the pastor. Stop asking the Stop asking the visiting sanction. Stop asking the choir. Like, ask yourself, bro. When you reading them verses, and you know that these verses done passed through the hands of many races, many 3, 4, 5, 6, many people who literally made it their life's mission to keep you and yours down. When you open that up and you read them verses, let me know what you come away with yourself.
Just come
Or
to the
just
Bible
because-
studies,
or
man.
just because-
The Bible, the book about the Bible, bro. It's firm, bro. Like it ain't really much to it. Like what's in the Bible is what's in the Bible. Like
Yeah.
No,
it give
it's
you
literally not. Can I
Wha-
pull out do we need to pull up all the translations of the Bible?
Nah,
bro.
The
It's
New World Translation.
Yeah.
The
of
new-
course
the
it's
new-
different many
New Living
translations, bro.
Translation.
Of
Is that
course.
not a direct breaking of the rule? Do not add and do not take away from this book. Is that not?
It is.
That's the first thing.
But
I'm
the
asking.
reason
That's what
why
I'm
they're
asking.
doing that is to simplify
For
it in
other
a
people
different
can
form,
understand.
so other people can.
I just sat here
understand.
saying, I ain't
Reason,
understand.
boy.
You give a
King James,
7-year-old read
no
the King
reason,
James Bible,
boy.
you think they gonna understand that?
No, but if you
And
sit
sure,
them
I
down with
was
their
over
mom
here
and their
confused.
daddy and you have them explain to them what English was at that point in time when it was written and what's being explained, but how are we going to write an English book about a Hebrew Jew, about people who speak this language that wasn't even that when it was, the Bible was translated from Hebrew.
Yes.
It wasn't even written. It wasn't
alright, so
English is not, English wasn't even around like it wasn't even a thing. So you got to think about the language that we speaking right now. The language we speaking right now, bro.
So we should have kept it in the Hebrew, is what you're saying. The
I
Bible
didn't
shoulda-
say that. I'm saying the language that we're
sound like.
speaking
That's
right
what
now.
that's what it sounds like to me. He's like, all right,
No, we should have kept it in
never
if you
kept
keep it in a
Hebrew.
language, if you keep it in a language that was around when it was being written, then that I'm not saying you have to keep it in solely Hebrew. I'm saying you could have did Latin. You could have did it, it's not saying it can't be translated. I'm saying that if you keep it in a language that it was around when it was written, then it's gonna be harder for you to twist things around and taint it and use it for your gain and enslave millions of people for hundreds of years. Like, bro, that's what I'm getting over.
Bro,
and
it's
then
a
even
different-
when you go before that,
Bro,
even
it's the
when,
reason why when you was in elementary school, people was reading on different levels. People was reading on the 1st grade level, 3rd grade level, 5th grade level, so
They
you could
was.
understand it. Like, you feel
it
me?
was, and I
That's
was always,
why-
and I was one of the ones who's always on the 12th grade level. That was my problem.
He wouldn't be.
That
Oh,
was
okay.
my problem.
You
My
that one in
problem
a
was
million?
Mr. Know-it-all.
I read what they gave me. I read what they gave me. Most people when they went in school, 1st grade, 2nd grade, when they slap that paper on your desk and it's a package or whatever it is, and they have you read it, I read it and I really questioned. I really sat there and I was like, some of this stuff ain't making sense, bro.
You was a 4.0 student, huh?
No,
Okay, that's
not what that means. But because I can read, I'm a 4.
No, I was just asking.
Yeah, like no, I wasn't. I won't say that I am, but I will say that I'm not dumb, and I do have a brain that works.
We
And
ain't
when
call
I
you
use
dumb.
my
You know,
brain
it
that
says
works,
that it-
I know. I didn't
Yeah.
say that anybody said I was dumb, Keone. I said that I know that I'm not dumb. I said that
He hot.
I
He
said
hot.
that
Grits
I
cooking,
said-
boy.
I said that
Them
I
grits
know I'm
cooking.
not dumb. I know I'm not dumb.
hot.
I know I'm not dumb, and I know
Nobody
that when
called
I
you
read
dumb,
this,
Trey.
you don't have to, bro. You
I'll
don't
never
have to
say
call
you
me
was dumb.
Trey passionate about this.
Yeah.
I'm just
It's not wrong
I'm-
being
okay,
passionate.
we chopping it up, kumbaya with my brothers. If we talking about the Bible, if we talking about Jesus, if we talking about Christianity, I'm just asking the questions that nobody else wants to ask.
Actually, I
and
got
that
a
was
question.
always
I got
my
a question.
problem. In
Go ahead.
I
Go
got a
ahead.
question. So since we all go to church and we all believe in the word, you?
Bro, I do.
Alright,
I don't go to church. I don't go to church like often, but like I've been to
Yeah.
church. I know what church is. I'm familiar
Alright.
with it. Yeah.
Do you think some of the stuff that they preach we should consider more, like for example, clothing? Like the way, like how is
Yeah, I
that?
think that's very worldly. I think that when you talk about okay, so let's get into it, clothing and believe in the word.
I think honestly, like what you call, like to be fair, America was, we were what you call hardcore like Christianity. We were really strong in religion.
Because
then
of
when we-
slavery. Like this is what it comes from. Am I lying? Am I lying?
All right,
Am
well,
I
yeah, we're getting past.
No,
the
you
slavery.
right. No, he right. He
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I know, but I'm
they
just saying-
had these Bibles under these Confederate flags and these Nazi flags, like these things that we look back on in history
But
class.
that's
and we're like, that was
but
horrible.
the same Bible that they got, bro. Like, is you
It's
really
the
think?
same
Is you
one,
no?
we read
That's
it.
no. Let me answer the question. You ain't let me, bro. You gonna let me talk?
Yeah, go
The
talk.
same Bible that they got. Do you think that they're really reading it and understanding that everything that's in the Bible? Because if so,
Yes.
it
And
wouldn't be no
Oh my
KKK.
gosh.
It wouldn't be no Nazis or none of that.
I think my problem. I'm gonna stop talking now because the stuff I'm about to say is like, you can't just say this stuff. You can't just say it, bro. You can't. You're not allowed. You're not. But I
Say it.
will tell you no because
Break the
I want to
rule.
go to practice tomorrow. But but I'm telling you.
Trying to
Hey,
be like,
say
we
this
gonna
on
kill you
air,
or
say
something,
this on
bro?
air.
I'm not saying that they won't. I'm not saying that they're gonna kill me, but I'm saying like certain things are socially acceptable, other things are not socially acceptable.
Nah,
There's
facts.
a line.
That
There's
is
a
true.
line. There's a line that needs to be drawn. But I
wanna
want
see you at practice
But
tomorrow, don't say it.
Christianity is not as.
I'm just
it's
raising
getting,
like
it's getting
you're not,
away
we're not
from
just
America,
gonna.
though.
I feel like it's
Hey, hold
three
on, hold on.
It's
Hey,
three
hold
black
that-
men.
hold that thought.
It's three black
Hey.
people on a couch sitting here, and we're just throwing it over our head. Like I keep saying slavery, and I hate to be that dude, bro. I hate to be that black guy who's always talking about it. But Like, yo, if this is the same text that was being used during slavery when my people couldn't read for 200 years at a time, and now we're just gonna throw it back in society and be like, oh,
Bro,
no,
this text
I'm a
was
black man.
around
And I
So you're
before
basically saying the
slavery.
Bible that we should just
It wasn't
cancel out.
slavery.
I didn't
society.
say
Society
cancel
is
Bible.
here
The
after
Bible is a book. The Bible's a great book. It's wonderfully written.
Okay, so just because they use it in a wrong
Oh.
manner.
Hey, do you believe everything in the Bible?
Everything in the Bible, no.
Yes.
Okay.
Everything
I
in the
do.
Bible, because the Bible has been passed, like it's been rewritten by thousands
So-
of men.
so you only-
and I think y'all
so-
are like.
so let me ask you a
ignoring
question.
that.
Let me ask you a
Y'all are
question.
ignoring that thousands.
Let
of
me
men
ask you a
throughout
question.
time
Let me ask you a
rewrote
question.
this in their own way.
Let me
with
ask
their
you-
Hold on, wait.
own money.
Wait, no.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead. I got something after that.
What,
too.
what do you believe in the Bible? Like, cause
I
do you just take? Do you just take?
No, no, no,
Do you
no,
just
no,
take
I
certain
believe in the
things?
Bible. I
Do you
believe-
just take certain things and be
Yeah,
like, okay, this
it's a
this
book.
makes sense.
It's a book.
Okay, it's cool.
It's a book.
Tool.
It's a
Go ahead.
book. You, him, me, you.
Nah, don't point
we're-
at me, brother.
Nah, we are people. Are we not people? We talked about the people of the church, right?
I want to
Mhm.
say
We're
something.
people. We're humans with spirit, souls, consciousness. We have subconsciouses. We have a lot of things that make us up. We're very complex, diverse beings. You know all about the side of love, the feelings, the way it can blind you, the world. We've spoken about.
All right,
this.
get to the point.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the point. That was.
No, I ain't gonna cut, bro.
That was a fake laugh.
That wasn't
No,
that
no,
funny.
because
wasn't
that joke-
funny.
Keep going.
No,
Because
it brought me back
we
to a
know
whole
Cole-
scene I just saw from a
Cole-
movie.
Yeah, Cole like to be short, but not like in reality though. The book is a book, and I look at it as a book now. I don't look at it as
The biblical instructions.
Like a normal
Yeah,
book sitting on the shelf.
way,
That's how you
like,
look at it.
I look not. It's a lot more powerful than some of the other books I be seeing people drop. But it's a powerful book, and I view it as that. But I think naturally, I now that especially me being someone who knows right from wrong, like you've been raised. I don't think that we should let the Bible be used the way that it is used when we know it's fallen into the hands of the wrong people so long ago. The way that people used it on other people is already this something that's like,
That's their wrongdoing.
yeah, that's their wrongdoing. But now I
Thank
look
you.
at it as a book because I know if I look at it as this is literally what God handed to Jesus, and then Jesus handed it to Moses, and
Whoa,
Moses.
whoa, whoa. Now you got
No.
the whole understanding.
No,
of the
Nah,
Bible.
like,
no,
nah,
you
like-
just say same.
nah,
You just
nah,
say
Oh,
same.
oh.
Nah, like
about to say.
literally, if I view it as okay, like bro, it's just highly revered, and that's why it's crazy. It's taboo to even disrespect it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm saying as an intellectual, as I grew, I began to look at the Bible for what it was, a book. I read the passages, I read those lines, I read what King James translated, and when I read it, I found out, dang, bro, the people who you supposed to be learning this from they're not teaching that. Like Jesus says, wasn't Jesus wasn't he a
Prophet.
yeah, he was a prophet, and it says a prophet
teacher.
is without honor in his
Yeah,
hometown.
that was
It's
literally
a whole
God's-
bunch.
literally God's
Teacher.
son. Like,
Yeah,
God
like-
in
Teacher.
human form.
Yeah, and it's just like things like that.
The Messiah.
The Messiah, like all of these things that they call Jesus. When Jesus was alive, nobody was on him. Like people didn't rock with Jesus like that. Jesus wasn't the majority.
Okay.
Jesus was no, like
Yeah.
be real.
No,
Be
no.
real.
Yeah, I
But
know
now we're
that.
in a country where everybody loves Jesus.
Whoa.
And
Because
in that
because
same book,
he died for
And
us.
that-
Hold on,
he
hold
died
on.
for our sins, and in that same book, it tells you that the
Not-
world.
Go ahead. I'm
Nah, you got it, bro. Because I'm throwing shots in the dark to people who is falling on deaf ears, and that's
No,
a
we're
lot.
no,
I'm
we're-
listening,
we're
but
just
listen,
finished.
it's just-
But I
yeah, finish. Because, like, I just want to.
I don't want y'all to think that this is any type of like.
No, we just want you to finish.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
just
wanna
like, bro.
hear.
I view the Bible. You're like, do you believe the things in the Bible? Yeah, I view the Bible as a book. It says in the Bible that there's a firmament over the earth that cannot be the waters above and waters below. But y'all said like we literally listen to NASA, the government, all these people talk about
I
moon
don't give a
landings,
fuck about
space.
NASA and all that.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck about it, but can we be real? Like that's of the world, is it not? That's of the world. That's part of the world.
Do we really know anything about outer
like
space?
NASA
No
and
one's
stuff
been
like
outer
that.
space.
But you
besides
believe the
NASA.
Bible, right?
I believe. Yeah, I believe the Bible.
Like the Bible says there's a firmament over it.
Okay.
The Bible says there's a firmament.
What's a firmament?
Yeah, I'm about to say, what's
Like
the first school, man?
it's a over the earth. Like it's a dome. There's no way in. There's no way out. That's what a firmament is.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Thank
No,
you.
no, it's just
Right.
genuine
It's
asking.
it's tons of things that y'all know that I don't know. It's things that I know that y'all don't know. I'm not trying to make it that common. I'm just saying like things that I've read specifically
Wait,
that stuck out. To
I
me,
heard of
was
that
like-
before.
Yeah, things I heard
that
specifically that
before.
stuck out to me. I was like, all right, I'm gonna just keep asking this question until somebody can, you know what I'm saying, give me something that. Just give
Yeah,
me
and it's
something.
all good to keep asking
Give me
questions.
something. Because if y'all are talking about the Bible, the same country who's funding to this company, that's going outer space, but in the same Bible that we swear on, one nation under God, like indivisible, all of this stuff is like, yo, hold up. Can we just put everything on pause for a second and really look at what's going on? But it seems like when you do that, it's like you lose people. They don't really, they like, well, you're not supposed to do that. They just say don't worry about that, so I don't worry about it. No, like, I'm going to question that. And that's just me. But we'll go ahead with whatever you was going to say, because I'm not trying to
one thing you said, and just, you was like, oh, back then people wasn't all over Jesus, and then third, everybody was all over Jesus, blah, 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 right?
Yeah, people ain't like Jesus.
No, like, I get that, but, like, you're saying, like, nobody was all over him, like, nobody really, like,
Yeah.
all right, so.
Jesus was a healer, bro.
Hold on, wait. What you trying
When
to
he
say?
walked,
Hold on. When you said that, I just want to get clear to what you're trying to say before I say this. Were you saying that nobody was just like really like, Christians and stuff like that? Like,
Of course they weren't Christians. Jesus was still alive.
No, I'm saying like
They
nobody
weren't-
believed in God or stuff like that. Nobody
No,
wrote.
they believed in their gods. They believed in their
All right,
gods.
boom.
He had followers.
So,
He had followers.
Hold on. So, before Jesus was here,
What was-
you still got
Old Testament.
Genesis, the Old Testament. That's the
Yeah.
Old Testament. Old Testament
Yeah,
before
Old
Jesus.
Testament, Old Testament.
Yeah.
Right? So don't think that, nobody was out here, like worshiping God, praising God, this, that, and third, because they
They were out
They-
here. They was out here worshiping God.
they still work, yes.
Yeah.
And then God was like, I'm gonna send.
What do y'all know? What do you know
I'ma
about the
send it-
chosen people? What do you know about that? Have you heard of that, or do
The
you
chosen,
do you believe in
the
that?
chosen people.
I am one of the chosen people.
Okay, you one of the what are the
Yeah.
chosen people you referring to, Manny?
I'm part of that tribe, man.
That tribe. Okay,
Yeah.
which tribe are you from?
I'm from the tribe of Judah.
Judah. Okay, I like that.
From the tribe
So
of
you from the tribe of Judah, and these are the 12 tribes of Israel we're talking about, right? We all are familiar with that in the Bible.
Correct.
I sure
You
am.
heard
Go
of that,
ahead,
Cole?
brother.
I'm really not that.
You're
Like,
not that in.
I'm not
Nah.
really too hipped on that though.
Yeah, you're
That's
not
what
hipped
I'm
on, but
saying,
you've heard of it.
But
I'm
yeah,
not-
like
yeah,
that's
I'm
what
not-
I'm
I
saying.
don't
Like
know all 12
to
tribes,
the
but
You
I
know all 12
I
tribes.
said, ooh.
Okay.
I said, I don't know all 12 tribes,
Oh.
but I definitely heard.
You
What
heard of the
tribe you
12
part
tribes.
of, bro?
Do you know?
burped
Do
on
you
that
know?
one.
You don't know?
I'll be honest. I told you I'm never gonna answer. I don't know
All right,
this.
all right. You don't. If you don't know,
Oh
that.
no, yeah.
I
Listen.
hope I said the
But
right
when
tribe.
we talk
Dad.
about the 12 tribes, when we talk about the 12 tribes, God's chosen people, or this, that, and the third, right? If you know that part of the story, if you know that how controversial that excerpt from the Bible is, or that kind of community, or whatever you want to call it, if you just look into that, just look up the 12 tribes. And for y'all two that don't know about it, if you look into that, maybe you'll see a little bit more of a scope of what I'm talking about. But it's like there's things in the Bible that you wouldn't otherwise know about from the very people who say this society is built on Jesus. And you see these signs in the street, Jesus saves, and people getting invited to churches, and you got elevation, and you got this, you got that. But when you really figure out these things, you're like, bro, I've never heard of this until somebody told me face to face.
Okay, I get what you're saying now.
Myself.
I get what you're saying.
Unless
now.
somebody told
So
me
you're
face to face,
basically
I look for it for
expecting. You're
myself.
basically saying that
They don't teach these.
they don't
part of
teach
things.
every single.
They're not
part of
telling the
Bible.
whole story.
They're not.
You could go to church every day for 20 years. They're not telling the whole story.
You know, they're not. That's not. Like,
That's
their-
not-
That's
that's not
not
the-
their job.
That's
to
not
tell-
their job. But
That's
if
not
you
their
do,
job.
but if they do their job correctly, you won't ever know.
But let me tell you something. Though.
You won't ever know.
Let me
You
tell
have the
something.
Bible,
Because
just read it.
Can I tell you
It's
something, though?
literally,
Let me
it's
tell you- let me
literally
just
up
say
to
this.
it's literally up to you.
Nah,
going
it
to
is.
church. Going to church is just going. Church is a building. You're
Church,
going there
really-
to.
let me tell you really
Gather
what church
people,
is
Right,
though.
for
right now,
everyone.
Church is
gather
a-
around
it's a-
with
it's a
other
ga- it's a
believers.
gathering.
It's a
Yeah, it's a
gathering.
gathering.
I forgot the scripture said.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on it, but I think it says, "Fret not to gather."
Don't misquote it, bro.
Yeah.
Don't
Like,
misquote it.
I'm not trying to
See,
misquote it,
we
but
take
like,
it so seriously in that manner, but it's like,
I
bro,
get.
it's
I
like-
get. I get what you're saying because I know.
You get what I'm trying to say.
What I'm trying to say, Trey, is like, you feel me? Like, church is gonna preach the feel good story. Like, you feel me? Like, ain't no church really open up from Genesis
To
and it's a revelation.
Right.
Let's be real.
They don't
'cause
do
what
I
you-
that.
know
They
that.
don't do
That's
that in
why
my
I
church.
said
That's
it.
why they jump.
That's
from,
why I
from-
said
from
it. If it
Matthew
was
to
what they
Luke.
said it was when I was growing, I used to think like, if this is what they say it is, if this is what it's, if this really is what it's supposed to be, like, it got to be a little bit more.
That's not their job to
If
say
it's-
everything in the Bible.
you know,
I'm not
it's up
saying
to
There's
say
you.
other-
everything in
other
the Bible.
stuff.
I'm saying be real, tell the truth, bro.
They do tell the truth.
I used to pack into churches with hundreds of black folk who didn't know who they was. And fam, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying, like, when
That's
you
them.
when
That's
you
their
find out,
that's their
when you
personal
find
problem.
out the truth, bro, it's not a problem. It's
If someone doesn't know themselves, whose problem is that?
You can't sit right there and say I blame you for not knowing myself.
Like what? Like come on now. You're telling me not. So all right. So do you know yourself?
yeah.
Who taught you yourself?
I had to teach me myself.
So
Did you want me to say Jesus taught me myself?
No, I'm not. No,
Like,
I-
I'm
I
serious.
was asking you a
If
question.
if I teach myself, what I told myself, when I talk to myself, when I'm with myself,
So whose problem is it if someone else does not know themselves?
I guess you trying to like, would it be their own? It's their own problem.
So yes, it is their own.
It's their own problem. If
Yeah.
okay,
Just
so
like-
all
Just
you
like
do-
when I
no.
said I had the conversation, you can't get mad at the pastor
Yeah.
when the congregation
You
doing
can't
wrong. The
get mad
pastor
at the
just
pastor.
No, if
You
all
can't
you
get mad
doing
at
is
the
going to
pastor.
church on Sunday and then you're going to Bible study on Tuesday and Thursday when you have Bible studies and you think you're good, no,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
not
Thank
good.
you,
When
because
you
what
are
read
you
the
doing in your
Bible,
alone
when
time?
you
You
read
ha-
the Bible, you will see that some of the things that is being told to you by the people who are at church does not line up with what's written.
And that's
and then
then
on
that's
top
your
of that,
not
that's
on
that's
top of that, you know that even what's written, you gotta take it with this huge bucket of salt because it's thousands of years old. Thousands of men have profited billions off of this book. On top of the back of your
So
people,
basically, all right, so
on
you're a
top of
pastor,
the
all right.
fact that this, on top of the fact that the stuff that you are finding out, you're finding out through your own research. You were lied to. I don't know how many lies y'all believe.
so
See,
man,
that's
so-
why
so
the
it's your
no.
pastor.
See, that's
It's
why.
your pastor
See
then.
that
That's
no.
the
Listen,
point.
listen,
Pastor is
Nah,
more
nah,
than
no,
a
no, no,
pastor.
no, no.
It's people. It's normal, everyday people. Don't
Bro,
gotta be no pastor.
normal everyday
Listen,
people. What?
bro. The Bible is. Let me tell you this. Let me say this, and I want y'all to really listen.
We
Bro,
listening.
the Bible is a powerful book. Not because what's only in it is because the way how you interpret it. You feel me?
Mhm.
If you interpret it the wrong ways, that can hinder you.
They really
feel
interpret
me?
it that
That's
way.
why you
And
ask
other
God for
people-
wisdom,
and-
understanding,
like,
knowledge.
Are you implying?
Like,
This
you
is my
feel me?
question.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
you
like
implying that the
racism
slave
and all
masters?
that.
Are you
Understand.
implying that the slave masters?
I ain't implying nothing. I'm trying
Okay,
to practice
okay,
tomorrow.
okay.
You feel
I'm
me?
just saying.
Nah,
you said
nah,
it
nah.
depend on how you interpret it. I don't think they was interpreting that way. I think they switched it, bro. That's what. And that's just the one
You
thing I
think
can't
or
get
you
over.
know?
I know.
You know, you have
Oh,
you have
bro,
100%
you
facts.
nigga, y'all ain't really, and I don't blame you because bro, it's 2023. We grow up. We was born. Most of us was born after 2000, bro. But we ain't really like looked at chattel slavery. But I've looked into it, and I'm like, same book.
Okay, hold on, wait a
Same
minute.
book.
So you mean tell me you looked in and you looked it up and stuff like that, and you're saying, you know what?
Did more than looked it up.
Okay,
Did more than looked it
That's
up.
what I'm gonna say. Whatever you did what you did, right?
Yeah.
So instead of you like we all have a choice, and you chose to. But I'm not saying anything like you're a dog. I'm saying like you chose. I'm gonna do this. What they saying? I'm gonna choose this instead of you choosing. You know, but I'm gonna trust this book.
No,
I'm
I
gonna trust.
trusted the book for like 17, 18
Okay,
years.
so then you was on this
not
side.
even trust. Not because I still trust it. I won't act like I don't read the Bible. I'm saying like I followed it blindly.
You're a contradicting legend.
No, I'm not. I followed it blindly.
You're a contradicting legend.
I followed it blindly.
All right, bro. Next question. I'm
Please
telling
go
you.
All
to the
right,
next
this
question.
let me
We gotta
ask
go
the
to
next
the next
question then.
But you
Since I'm a
doing this.
contradicting legend, I'm gonna ask the next question.
Go ahead, big dog.
We just all talked about Easter, right? How much we love Easter, and what is Easter? What is that about?
Day Jesus
The
Christ rose
resurrected.
from the dead.
We're gonna pretend that Jesus rose on his third day during a Gregorian calendar. A
Nah, see, that's-
Gregorian
bro,
calendar.
Can I tell you
day.
something though?
Tell
That's
me.
man made because listen,
It is
we
man.
don't even know. We don't even know. We don't.
But the Bible
No,
says not to
listen.
preach.
Listen, bro. Listen.
The man in the world.
Your
The
mic,
Bible
your
says these things. I'm just using the
Trey,
book that
can I
all
talk-
three of y'all
can I ask
sitting
you
here
a question?
talking
Can I
about.
ask you a question?
Ask the question, man.
In the Bible, does it say December 25th is Christmas? I mean, that's God. That's when God was born.
No, so
Does it
why are
say
we
that?
celebrating Christmas on December 25th?
never
and telling
said-
our children that it's Jesus' birthday. Why do we do that? Is that am I tripping?
Hey, me
Why do we do
personally-
that? Why
me
do we sit here and
personally-
say that's Jesus' birthday?
Me
That
personally-
Bible that we read every Sunday in church, and the main character, his birthday is on the 25th today, and
I
it's
say-
snowing, and there's a dude named Santa, which is Satan rearranged, and you go sit on his lap and ask for gifts.
Nah, I ain't
If
gonna
y'all
cap.
don't find that a little
Nah,
bit,
I heard of that.
if
I heard of that, Trey.
I'm
and I ain't
not
gonna
even
cap.
like, bro. Come on, bro. I'm
you,
just saying, bro.
like, okay.
I'm
I
just
heard of that.
saying,
Hold on,
bro.
hold on.
I'm just opening my eyes and reading
Preach.
Satan. S-A-T-A.
Hey, listen, Trey.
Santa.
I'm not saying you're
S-A-N-T-A.
wrong. I'm not
If
saying
you
you're wrong
just
with that
flip-
statement you're saying right now. I'm not saying you're wrong with that. With that
just asking
statement.
questions.
Turn Trey up.
This is what I'm saying, bro. Because you said the same with time. You
Tell
said
me
the
if you
same.
think that that's a coincidence, Cole.
Hold on.
No.
Hold
Tell
on,
me,
Mike.
Cole, do you think that's a coincidence?
Because a person said, "Hey, you know what? We should have a fictional
Organized.
It's not.
org-
Look into Saint
Santa?
Nick. Who is Saint Nick? Have you researched that?
Santa."
Santa, Saint
All right,
Nicholas.
cool. Do you have to believe in Santa? No.
You think
don't
everything
have-
I'm saying is a belief. It's not about being a belief. It's about why is this being pushed? Why did I actually believe that Santa was real for a point in time?
You actually believe that?
You
shit?
never believed Santa was real.
I'm not.
No, I wasn't dumb.
What the?
You
I
talking
wasn't
about
dumb.
dumb?
I did it.
You
You
believe
I
talking
did
about
it.
dumb?
Random-
When
random
you 3 years
white-
old and your mama
bro.
say, when you 3 years old and your mama say Santa
you're
finna
dumb,
bring you a
bro.
present.
See, that's your
Or you
mom.
come
See,
downstairs.
my parents,
bro.
Your parents
That's
never,
like,
your
never
parents
did
never
that.
told you nothing about Santa.
No.
Never.
You never heard nothing about Santa.
Never.
Hey.
Y'all don't know who Santa is.
No. See,
Cap
that's
that nigga,
No,
bro.
let me be real with
know
you.
who Santa
Hold on,
is.
let me talk,
bruh.
let me
you
talk.
know who Santa is,
Bro,
bro.
let me
And
talk.
no, you're not gonna talk and just make this about my mom because my mom ain't raised me to be no stupid person.
no one's
who
saying
can't
that.
tell.
Oh my
I'm
God,
telling you,
bruh.
and do you know
Can I
who Santa
talk? Can I
is?
talk?
Did you ever hear the story about
Let me
Santa
talk.
coming
Bro,
around
please.
flying through
Bro,
people's
This is
houses?
what I'm saying.
Cash.
This is what I'm
No,
saying. This is what I'm saying, bro. My parents ain't never be like, "Oh my God, Santa got you gifts." No,
No,
They
none
never-
of that.
Obviously
none of that.
not.
I got you that.
None
I
of
got
that.
you that.
None of that.
Y'all flipping
None of
this
that.
into a
Listen,
whole different thing.
listen.
That's
You-
from
that's
mom.
not important. That's not important about what your parents did or didn't say. I'm asking you about Santa. Cole, we're gonna go around and I'm gonna say this. Cole, do you think it is a coincidence that Satan and Santa have the same word, the same letters in them, and they're just rearranged? You
To
think
be
that's a
honest-
coincidence?
to be
On
honest-
Jesus' birthday, the main character is Satan rearranged. Do you think it's a coincidence?
Do you really think I care?
That's Cole. That's Cole for y'all. Do you think it's a coincidence? Yes or no?
Bro, I really don't care. neither.
Do you think it's a coincidence? Yes or no?
I'm gonna sit here and say this.
Okay.
Hold
so
on.
He's saying that's a coincidence.
Obviously-
Y'all
obviously-
two
I
are
didn't
saying
even speak.
that y'all don't even care.
even speak.
They're saying they don't even
no,
care.
it is
You
a
grew up in
coincidence.
church.
Oh,
It is.
whoa,
It is.
whoa.
It
You're
is.
an evangelist. Your family is evangelists.
Can I say?
Bro.
You have an
What?
evangelist fam. You have evangelists. You say that you grew up in the
Oh my
church.
God.
You swear you read the Bible. You believe in
just take
Jesus.
the wheel.
I'm putting y'all on the spot right now, and I'm saying, is that a coincidence? Y'all two don't even care.
You didn't even let
And
me
this
answer.
turn-
You
gonna
didn't even
say
let
it
me.
is. You said
I
it
didn't-
is.
I did not say. I said,
said
let
it
me
is.
say this.
You said it is. You
I
said it
didn't even
is.
speak.
You said it is.
I didn't even speak.
Speak. He said it is.
This is what I'm saying. We live in a very wicked and demonic world. So do
Who's
I?
the leader of it? Who's the leader of it?
Of the world?
Yeah, who's the
rules
world
the
belong
world?
to?
Saying.
Satan rules the world. That's
And
in
if
the
Satan-
Bible.
If Satan rules the world, and in the Bible it
Answer
says,
my question.
if Satan rules the world, and it says in the Bible that he's going to deceive the whole world and make the whole world think that they are praising. Let me talk now. Does it say in the Bible that he's going to deceive the whole world or not? Does it say that in the Bible or not?
Definitely says
I'm
that.
just, and that's I rest my
going,
case.
keep going.
I rest
on,
it there
hold on,
because
hold
you
on.
think it's a coincidence
that's what-
that
but-
Santa and Satan
Okay,
have
listen,
the
calm
same
down,
letters.
calm
Hold
down,
on.
It's
calm
not a
down.
coincidence
Hey, listen,
when
check.
he said he's gonna fool you from
Listen.
the jump. They said
What's
from
going
the
on?
jump, he's
Listen.
gonna fool you.
Listen.
He's gonna fool you.
Listen.
They said
Listen.
it, bro.
That's
Bro,
why
that's why I
you need
said
to
the-
have
the Bible-
discernment to
Listen.
discern what. Like, what are you talk? Like, bro,
Like, Trey, you're not saying nothing that's
you're
like-
not
that's
saying
not-
nothing
that's
that I
not-
never heard before.
That you never heard
Look,
before.
check this out.
But
This
are
what
you
I'm saying.
really
This what I'm
acknowledging?
saying. This what I'm saying. The Bible is a powerful book that when you gotta read it, you gotta understand certain things. There's certain things that you're not
The
gonna
Bible is
understand.
about you, black man. The Bible's about you, black man. The Bible's about you, black
The
man.
Bible's about.
And they didn't want me to say it.
Work
They didn't want me to say it, but hey.
I mean, my name is one of the books in the Bible, so I mean, like,
They
but
didn't
that's
want me to say it, but
that
the
was a
Bible is
different
about you. The
But
Bible's about you, man.
The Bible's about
The Bible's
me.
about you, and all them people that bro, they don't want you to figure it out.
The
But y'all
Bible
like,
is
do you
about
believe in the
us.
Bible? Do you trust the Bible? Yeah, I take it for what it is now, a book. But before I was literally walking around with it like, yo, God sent me this letter. No, this was written by another man, hundreds of thousands.
Who else is going to write it? A donkey?
You think, but this is what I'm saying. So it was written by people who was talking to God, right? Or who was getting messages from God, right?
Yes.
Okay, then. If I'm looking at it from a perspective of this is exactly what God said, or when it says and Jesus said, or and the Lord said in the Bible,
Yep.
it gets bolder.
Yeah.
I'm taking in that experience when I read that book. I think we've all read a good book before. We've all fell into some literature. I'm taking that literature and I'm literally looking at it like so deeply that I forget to look up. And that's what they say. They say that when the white man came over here, we had the land. They had the book, and they gave us the book, and we started listening to like some of what they were saying. When by the time we looked up, we had the book, and they had the land.
Can I just say something real
And
quick?
no, not until I'm done, Joel.
Go ahead.
But everything that you're reading in the Bible, it's so like spoken about and deeply revered that I looked at it and I was like, this is it. No, bro, you gotta look up and take life on from a perspective of God is within me. I know God. I know right from wrong. I know I'm a good person. I know my heart. I know my soul. I know my relationship with the Most High. Like I know all of these things. So I'm not really that stupid, or like I trust my wits enough to like look at it and be like, look, man, you got to take it for what it is. I thought like I'm not saying the Bible or Jesus or none of that was going to just come out and make my life perfect, but like I had to go through it and realize like, bro, this is a book, bro. And for the people out here who just blindly follow a book that's been passed through the hands of multiple bigots, you got to question what life is, in my opinion.
Okay, can I say what I gotta say now?
I'm done. Go ahead.
All right, you said thousands of years ago, these men, they wrote these books, this and the third, right?
Yeah.
So, when the prophecies, rumors of wars, all these things are gonna happen, this and the third, right? They wrote that thousand years ago that this like before the second coming of Jesus, all these things have to, come to pass. Right? And if you go back and look at them prophecies, you see that majority of them
No,
was
because-
fulfilled.
This conversation's done. This conversation's done. We gotta ask a different question.
No, because I'm gonna say
we're
this
gonna,
last
we're gonna
thing.
have to ask.
Let him finish.
No,
He
because
can't
like
finish.
this is why I'm confused. Like you're saying, I'm
I
not
hear where
listening
he
to it.
going.
I'm not listening because it's written. There's
I
thousands.
didn't say I'm not listening to it. I said I'm taking it for what it is.
I'm taking it for what it is because thousands of years ago
Yeah.
somebody wrote it.
For example, in
What makes you
Revelations-
think that? So you think that thousand years ago that they know that just off of their own just regular knowledge? Yeah, I'm gonna just write this down
No.
and then like
No, it says the Lord says in the Bible, my people will be taken away from their homeland and enslaved for I forgot the exact number of generations, but it speaks about it. So I don't think that them literally talking about the transatlantic slave trade, or you don't have to interpret that as the transatlantic slave trade, but word on the street is that that's what he was talking about when he said that, and it ended up happening, and it was pretty bad, and my people still suffer the psychological residuals from
sounds
that
like
today.
you're mad at God, bro.
No,
That's
bro.
what it sounds
See,
like right now.
see, and this is how it's interpreted. But I'm not gonna take that as a slight from you, brother, because I know you, my reflection. I know you are me, and I am you. So it's not about being mad at God. I'm not mad at anybody.
I said that's what it sounds like.
But if anything, the only thing you could say I would be mad at is what is right here, like me or you. Like I'm not mad, bro. I'm just passionate, and you gonna understand that this passion is not. You keep getting me off topic, but at the end of the day, bro, what you talked about, the stuff that's in the Bible that's coming true right now. It talks about the money going bad. People have to take a mark of a beast in order to eat, do this,
World
do that,
currency.
world currency. It talks about all of that stuff that's happening right
It's
now.
happening right
No.
now in our face.
Yeah, no, I don't think that that's a coincidence, bro. I think that before the Bible was ever even written, before the people who was writing about all of that stuff, bro, all of this stuff is already written. This isn't by chance. Like I believe in chance, but like, bro, stuff happens for a reason. So I'm not saying that, the whole Bible, burn it, throw it away. We don't need it. No. I'm saying it's a book. Take the information from the book, look in the real world, and see the relations, and take what resonates. That's what I say. That's what I say about a lot of things. Regardless, it could be the Bible, it could be school, it could be like take what resonates.
I got a question. Do you guys think we should go back to really going back? How should I say this? Let's say like 60s, 80s, like 60s, 70s, around there.
Yeah.
While we were really like, you could say America as a whole was really more deeply rooted into Christianity.
Yeah.
You think we should go back to those times?
It broke the country.
Those times broke. the
Why do you
country.
think there's so why? Nah, let's think about it.
You don't think some, because a lot. All right, you believe in the
60s and the
do you
70s.
believe in the nuclear family?
Yeah, like is it a real thing, or would I say I would be a part of it?
No, I asked you a question. I said, do you believe in a nuclear family?
Yes, yes,
There's a mom and a dad.
Yeah, like what do you mean? Like that I
nigga,
believe in
one
that.
fucking household and
Yeah,
there's
but
two
I'm-
fucking parents. in
Yeah,
it.
but that's not what we was talking about. We
No,
was talking
all right.
about
I
just
asked
asked
you.
you
I
a
asked you-
Moving on
He
to a
asked you
new
a
question, Trey.
He asking you a question.
That's in the Bible. So I'm just asking, do you believe we should go back to those times? Like,
Honestly,
that's like different stuff
the
like that.
60s
It
and the
was more
70s.
Oh,
if we
that's-
talk,
nigga, that is
let
a
me
fucking
speak.
You gotta shut the fuck up,
bro, let me
Honestly. You've
speak.
been talking the whole damn time.
Yeah, and you ain't saying nothing else. Like, what
Oh
you
my
mean, bro?
God.
Trey, we letting you talk
dummy.
because I just.
All right, he just
we
asked
not
me a
saying
question.
you
Do I
don't.
believe in a nuclear family? Yes, go ahead.
You understand what I'm talking about? All right, Joel, you go out. You answer the question, Joel.
Do I believe in a nuclear family? Yes, I do believe in a nuclear family.
All right,
It
so
says in
yeah.
the Bible.
No, I'm saying you. I was just
Man
saying,
is the
for example,
head.
Do I
yeah.
think we should go back to the 60s and the 70s? Can I
Nigga,
answer that
you know
part?
what, bro? See what I mean? I wasn't saying I use that shit as a fucking example.
He was
All right,
talking
I
about
was saying like
All right,
that
go ahead.
Christianity was
All
really
right.
strong in our country. I was saying,
All
do you
right.
think we should go back into that right now? Is what
Can
I
I
was
answer
asking.
that, or is that just you moving?
No, I want to start with Joel.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so yes, because in the Bible it literally says he knows you got God, the man, the wife, the kids. It's a whole order. God is the man of order. All right, it's a whole order. Sometimes does the order get broken? Yes, it gets broken. Man steps out. This, that, and the third. But I feel like yes, that is a way more productive, strong. You get the words I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And I also feel like with a man being in the household, it just does something for the kids. Like does something with the kids. Like
Mhm.
I don't know. Like my father didn't live in the house with us, but my father was around.
But it's a whole different like.
It's definitely different
Yeah.
from a person being in the house and
Whole
outside the
different
house.
thing
Yeah.
when you
It's-
growing up and you loud in one room and then in the next room you hear a man's voice. Hey,
Yeah, it's a whole
kids
different
who hear that versus the kids that don't hear that act completely and totally different.
discipline.
Yeah.
All that stuff is like I'm telling you, like lives like it's a whole different experience.
Because like I'm just using like the house is just like one part of it too,
Yeah,
and then what you call it, another part, like for example,
and also
I think like clothing and all that other stuff.
What do you mean by that? By the clothing? You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah,
and
yeah, because I was trying to go back. I was trying to I was just basically
Yeah.
looping it back in. Like for example, I remember growing up in the church. One of the things the pastor used to say was how women used to dress and like and all that different type of stuff.
like prerogative
Yeah,
or
because it's not of like, oh, it's not saying, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. It was just saying like what it says in the word and all that stuff, and it was using different examples like, hey, you can't, like, the world is a dangerous place,
it is, man.
and it just gives you a safer aspect if you're not showing certain body parts off. You get what I'm saying? It's a little stuff like that. So I was just using that,
Like thirst traps.
yeah, in a sense,
Like I'm gonna show these. I'm gonna get that man to look at me. Get them to,
yeah.
If you gotta do all that to get your kingdom man or get your that ain't your kingdom man. If you gotta do all that just to get his attention.
You said the last time we saw the nuclear family was in the home was in the 60s and 70s.
He did not.
I didn't say that.
Or what did you refer to?
He was just using that as an example.
I was using the 60s and 70s as in what you call as the context is Christianity was really more stronger back then than it is right now.
was like-
stronger.
And that's when the country was more stronger, if we're being honest as well.
Facts. The reason I said it broke,
But I'm saying religion really made the country more
Yeah.
stronger, in my honest opinion.
yeah, and 60s and 70s. When I look outside of religion at that time period in America, you talking about the height of the civil rights movement. Now, at the height of the civil rights movement, you had groups like the Black Panthers, you had the Nation of Islam, you had other things that were going on. When you take a step outside, as you said at the beginning, and we look at it from a wider view, however you were relating that to the nuclear family or religion.
You know, I just used the 60s and 70s as an example.
Yeah, I know you're using an example, but I want to use an example too to say like that is when they split up the black home. That is when they had the father removed from the home, and then you had a lot of people, a lot of single mothers on government assistance.
To create a diss.
Yeah, you had food stamps. You had Planned Parenthood. You had all these. You had a whole bunch of different things that were put in place to specifically rip apart the black nuclear family. Because at the height of the civil rights movement, Dr. King, I mean, like just use that family for example. His wife, his children, what that family went through in front of our entire nation. We had leaders, like we had people. When's the last time we've had a leader like that?
Can I say something, Trey?
Yeah.
All right, so, and this just came to me. So, what happens when you cut the head of a snake?
It's gonna keep the body gonna keep moving.
The rest of the body falls, right?
Yeah.
What happens when you basically get rid of the head of the household?
It's gonna fall.
So that's like the reasons why, like people,
Yeah,
like,
I agree with that.
say he's not dumb. All right, he like I said, like they know, like spirits know the Bible.
I know.
Like
Satan's
they
not
know God's word.
Which is why I'm questioning
So
why
this
we
is-
as people.
Hold
choose to
on,
be
let
so
me
dumb.
finish.
We be
Hold on,
being
let
dumb,
Trey, let me finish what I gotta say.
Finish.
So the spirits these people operating, listen,
if I get rid, like I said, we do not battle flesh and blood, but spirits, principalities. They like, if I get rid of the head, the rest will fall.
That's why they did it.
There's like,
Yeah.
so like basically help you what you're saying. Oh, that's why they got rid of the head. Yes, because they know the rest of it will fall. If I get rid of the head black man in the household, the black community will fall.
Yeah, we know that. That's why they did it, and it worked well.
I mean, but
Very
we
well.
are rising
And
again.
these are the grandchildren of the people who were on. Whatever. We don't need to go back to that.
I'm just giving you examples.
Facts. I agree with what you're saying, and I think it's crazy how we can make points like those. But when I bring up all these coincidences, and you call me a contradicting legend,
I mean, Trey, you was
what about the
contradicting
contradictions of the
yourself.
Bible?
What's the contradiction about?
It says love your enemy, right? Is
Yes.
Satan our enemy? Should we love Satan?
Yeah, like
It's
what you call it?
very
I mean,
quiet, and I'm
because-
not getting any
Nah, because what
answers
you
from
call it?
anybody.
Why
These
why
are
would I love?
contradictions and every time we in front of this, every time
I
we
can
on
say
set,
I can say
you
my
like
answer.
I'm
Do you want me? Do
contradiction.
you want me to hear?
Yeah, go ahead.
What you call it? All right, so say it again.
Bro, we supposed to love Satan. We are supposed to love. You're supposed to love Satan, but you're not supposed to. Oh, like
Indulge
it's
in his
like-
actions.
Yeah,
indulge in his actions. That's like
indulge in his
that's
actions.
like if your friend out here doing drugs, doing
Yeah,
whatever,
and you
you still
love
supposed
them.
to love him, but you're not gonna be out there doing drugs
Exactly.
with
And
him.
you're gonna try to help him, but you
Exactly.
can't obviously can't help
Feel me?
Satan. But it's like,
You
all right,
can't help
cool,
Satan.
like whatever, leave it as that, and just
So
move
so
on.
what
can't
else?
help-
So what else
you can't
contradicting?
help Satan.
Because I just answered that. So what
Right,
else is
but we talk
contradicting?
about the things-
No, tell me what else is contradicting. Because I'm
Finishing
up
that,
now.
bro. You
Nah.
yeah.
Nah, I'm up now.
Man, let's work. Like we
What
talk
else is
about the world. We talk
contradiction,
about love Satan, right? But Satan runs the world. This is his realm. This is what
We got
God
over.
left
We
him.
got over the love
Yeah,
and Satan
go ahead.
part.
Next
Next contradiction.
Next contradiction.
Y'all ain't trying to talk for real, bro. Cause y'all, I
He is
said
trying to talk.
4 or 5 things that entire rant that I went on, and none of y'all had anything to say about it, and you just want to say
I wasn't.
Fine, let's not talk about
I
it. Move on.
wasn't.
No,
I
Next,
wasn't.
next,
You
next.
said- you
it
said
pisses me off though,
Bible-
cause we act stupid.
We're not acting
yeah,
stupid,
we do. We
Trey.
act stupid,
You
but we
said
talk about how smart
you sat right here and said the Bible contradicts itself.
it do.
Tell me what in the Bible contradicts itself.
You only said one, and we just fucking debunked.
Tell me something in the Bible that contradicts itself.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Nah, ain't no,
Did
oh
I
my
not
gosh.
just bring up
No.
Easter and Christmas, 2
That's not in the
man-made
Bible.
holidays.
That's not in the Bible.
when they
Easter
talk-
Sunday.
that's not
If
in
you
the
The Bible
think
don't talk about
Easter's-
paganism. Put it on God. The Bible don't talk about paganism.
I
It
don't put
do.
nothing on God.
It does. Listen, it does
Bro,
talk about
I'm
paganism.
telling you, like,
Hold on,
bro,
wait,
these
wait, wait.
dudes not saying nothing.
Hold
I'm
on,
really bringing
Trey,
facts.
Trey.
The Bible talks about paganism.
Yes, but it
Christmas
does
is a
not men-
pagan holiday.
it does not
Easter
mention-
is a pagan holiday. We just sat here and opened up the cast about Easter. What are you
Jesus.
talking about?
Jesus,
And you using his name in vain, but you a Christian.
take the wheel.
See,
I
I
couldn't
finish my
see,
sentence.
you one of them.
I couldn't even
I
finish
don't
my
like
sentence.
that.
It's
See?
not even about
no,
God
no,
anymore.
no,
Y'all
no,
pissing me
no,
off
no.
on a
I couldn't even
earthly
finish my
level.
sentence.
Like, bro, I'm
Jesus.
bringing. You said, where does the Bible contradict itself?
Go to your Bible app and type in just type in Easter.
It don't say Easter in the Bible, but it says paganism.
So how does the Bible contradict stuff about Easter?
How are you gonna
if-
call
that's-
yourself
that's
saved?
worldly
But
stuff.
you're calling yourself saved by the blood of Christ, but you just got back off break with Easter with your family, which is a pagan holiday. I don't hate you. I'm not mad at you. But
It's
I'm
the
questioning-
resurrection of Christ. It's
in a
resurrection
Gregorian
day.
calendar, which was after Christ.
Okay,
A Gregorian
hold on.
calendar.
Wait a minute.
What
Wait a
day
minute.
was Easter? What day was Easter?
I'm gonna be look because I'm happy we got back to this, so I can answer this one.
Yeah.
You sit right here saying, "Oh, it's a calendar." Because you said the same thing about time one day, and I said, "So, how about this?" You don't think that God gave a man an idea of like, listen, I want it to be more organized, so sit right here and just create time, so we can be. Oh, without time, I don't even think anybody on this
No,
earth
I
will
think
function.
I don't
without
think that's how
time.
the Gregorian calendar. No, I don't. I
Even
think
with
they
the
were looking at
calendar.
the sun, the stars, and the moon. I think that's
Even
how
with
they
the
created it.
calendar.
Matter of fact,
even
I
with the
think-
calendar,
I think-
even let me finish. I'll let you finish. Even with the calendar, you don't think that God gave man an idea, but listen, you know what? Let's have like an order of days and stuff like that. So I want you to sit here and just
How
like
many
create
days
the
are in a
calendar.
year? How many days are in a year, Joel?
365.
Name them. What are the names of the days, Joel?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
7. I'm gonna need another 348 if my math is, or 358 if my math is correct. That's what I'm gonna need. You just named 7 days in a
week.
in a week, which is in a year that has 365 days. So you're telling me you're living the same days over and over again? But apparently, that's what I'm hearing from you, bro. You're not saying anything other than there's days of the week, and the days of the week came from God. No,
How about
they
this?
didn't. It came from the Greeks.
Hold on, wait a minute. I said I didn't never said
Monday,
it came. I
Tuesday.
said, don't you think that God could get a man an idea? How about this one? Now, how about this one? Right? You're saying that we relive the same days, right? On the
So
beginning
you
of the month.
really
No,
not?
hold on.
So you really not 19 years
Hold
old?
on. Wait.
No, not no.
No.
And I'm glad
How about
Manny
this?
catching on.
How
Manny
about
getting
this?
it. Manny
No,
getting
no,
it.
how about
No,
this?
no, I'm not.
How about this? How
I'm
about
not.
this? How about this? How about this? On the first of the month, it's Sunday, April 1st, right?
Okay,
That next Sunday, what is the number of that day?
that would be the 8th or the 9th or what?
So you're saying we're living the same days over again, and it clearly numbers that yes, it is Sunday, but it's not the same Sunday as last week.
Yeah, in your numerical system, you have 12 months. There's 12 tribes. Jesus rode on the 3rd day. Times for bro, it's a numbers game. You're not saying anything that's not mathematically bro. We get how the calendar works. 7 days in a week, 30 days or 31 days in a month, 12 months. We know about these numbers, bro. But I'm starting to see how many numbers is they gonna throw at us before we start to connect the dots and be like, is that a coincidence? Is this a coincidence? Is that a coincidence? Is this a coincidence? Or is there something that we're not being told? And if you just read the whole book, the Bible's a very long book, but bro, it's a lot more. It's a lot more.
It's not a book you read from cover to cover, bro.
Okay.
Please, I just want to say that. The Bible is not just a random book sitting on this shelf that you read from cover to cover that's filled with what people saying, filled with fairy tales and stuff like that. No, it's not. It's something
stories
you study.
about you. It's stories about us.
It's stories about me.
It's stories about us.
Yeah, okay.
It's a story about us. It is. And if you wanna get really deep into it, there's a whole bunch of books in the Bible, bro. But I know, I don't know what they want to talk about. But I came here to
a whole
talk,
bunch of books.
I came here to talk about the stuff, and I haven't really gotten any. I haven't gotten anything from anybody. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. You can tell me to shut up. You can tell me that I'm in the world, or you can say whatever. But I haven't gotten nothing from none of you people. Nothing from none of you people.
My brother, can I tell you something though?
That is factually debunking the fact that the Bible is a book that people have changed, revered, and they've used for their own gain, that we still look at today like it's this holy thing when it's been tarnished. It's been tarnished.
Hey, so Trey, did I not say I wasn't too educated to speak on this topic? Because
You did.
I don't?
You did.
So you can't say I didn't get nothing from you. Nothing. I already said.
Nah, you
I
did.
said.
You
I told you my father
Yeah,
is
you-
coming
yeah.
to the spring game Saturday. You can politic with
The
him.
spring game is not for me and your father to have this
But
debate.
I'm just saying,
the
though.
spring game is
But I'm
for
just
me to
saying.
play the spring game. So I'm gonna play the spring game.
After.
And if I run into
You're not
Mr.
gonna talk-
Mukwamu after that, I would love to have a
That's what I'm
conversation.
saying. Oh,
Great
I'm not
man.
gonna
I've
say
heard
you gonna
great
be on the
things.
sideline talking to him like, yo.
No, I'm not saying that either, but I'm
Okay,
saying
so-
it's
so
not
you
like I'm gonna
understand
wake
where
up
I'm
on the
coming
day of the
from.
spring game.
Nah,
like,
I just told
Mr.
you.
Mukwamu,
I just-
here we
no,
gonna
I
talk.
just
No,
told you.
I'm gonna talk to him when I see him. But that's not what's on my mind that day.
I'ma
We
be
having
real.
this conversation tonight,
I knew
and
this
your
conversation
father
would go this way.
raised you. So if you can't leave out that household and stand on what you was taught, then that ain't my problem, bro. But I'm just asking questions.
still- I
that
still
would
stay-
ask-
I'm still in
okay,
the household.
and I'm asking questions that I would ask anybody. And when I see your father, I would ask him about the pagan holidays that we celebrate, even though we call ourselves the children of Christ.
People
That his
choose-
blood that
you
was
choose-
sacrificed for our sins, we still go out and worship these false pagan holidays. Valentine's Day, we got Easter, we got the Resurrection Sunday, we got Christmas. These are in his name. And then Santa, which comes from Saint Nick, which is another, bro, the Catholic Church. You got the Protestant Church. You got all these different things that I don't think y'all look into. I took
You talk about different denominations.
I took world history and I took world
did
religion.
too.
I took those
I did.
classes.
We all took
And
the
when I
classes.
paid attention, I was like, all right, they giving me this little hint, they giving me this little piece, but they not going deep enough. I'm gonna just type it in my own search bar and look deeper. And what I found is not what people like to hear. It's not a conversation that y'all look happy to have, but it's like, bro, if we're gonna come in here and talk about this, don't just tell me shut up whenever I say something
No, we gonna
that doesn't fit into what we was all raised. Because I'm not mad at y'all. I was taught the same thing y'all was taught. Trust me. And it
So-
took me a lot of time alone, spending time with myself, praying, meditating, talking to the Most High, looking for guidance, talking to my family members, and I'm like, yo, I'm not somebody who can fake the funk. That's just who I can't sit here and be like, nah, that makes perfect sense. But it doesn't.
So you went online. You went online.
I read books. I went online.
Read
I talked to
books,
people.
went
I
online.
talked to people.
Articles. Talk to people. Probably watch videos on it. You watch videos on it.
I talked to myself too. I talked to
Talk
the
to
most. I talked to the
yourself.
Most High.
So
I got.
you mean to tell me you did all that stuff like that? And that's what you chose to believe, right?
It's not a belief. I looked at the facts. The fact is, the Bible is.
You're believing that what you read is real. It's true. What these people are saying is true. That's what you're saying. You're saying I'm going to believe that they're right and I'm going to listen to this. Is
It's
that
not
what
a
you're
matter
saying?
of belief. It's a matter of credibility.
What are
It's a matter
you
of
saying?
credibility.
Trey, you're
It's a matter
saying
of credibility.
We're not even gonna get into that.
Okay.
We're just gonna finish this
Oh
episode.
my
I'm
gosh,
just
bro,
because-
that pisses me off so much because it's like, what are we doing?
I'm
Like,
asking
what
you
are
the question.
How are we just gonna sit up here and be like, nah, it's done, cut it off? Like, bro, what you mean?
No, this is what I'm saying, Trey. It's just
Fuck
answer,
you mean? This
answer
is
my
hold on,
question.
hold on, time
I
out,
know it's your show, Cole. Don't act like I don't know it's your
bro,
show.
it
I'm
is.
saying,
We went through an hour 46.
all right.
You want to
we gonna end
keep?
it.
You want to keep
Nah,
on going?
let's end this. Your show. We gonna end it.
Yeah,
Let's end
nigga, I
it.
know we're gonna end
How
this.
many
shit.
more questions
So
we got?
End it.
Huh?
End it.
Yeah,
Like,
more
end it,
this
bruh.
shit's
End
done.
it, bruh.
You know what I'm just saying? Like, what you call? Like, it's a good
It's
episode.
a great episode.
I know. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, shit, niggas still got class tomorrow.
We do.
Niggas
Yeah.
still got practice.
We do.
Yeah, niggas still got workouts.
Yeah. So y'all be easy. Keep y'all head on.
I'm gonna just say this. You know, it's a scripture. Matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna say all that. I'm gonna just say this, bro. Listen,
Say what's on your heart, brother.
get to know him for yourself. That's it. Just get to know Jesus for yourself. You know, people sit here and be like, Pastor says this, Pastor says this, and third. Just get to know him for yourself.
And the one thing I know
Read
he
the
does
word.
say in the Bible, it says Jesus himself from his mouth says, the one place they tell you that you look when you look for me, the one place you will find me, the one place they tell you not to look. And that's that. He says that in the Bible. He says when you look for me, you will find me in the one place they tell you not to look.
Where he said that in the Bible. You don't know.
Exactly.
All right, so
I ain't gonna
You can
cap.
look it up. You can look it up.
It
You gotta
sound
find
like
it.
it sounds
you
like
got your Bible, right?
it sounds like
You got
was
your
in
Bible,
John.
right? Your
It
daddy
sound-
got his Bible, so y'all can look in it and find it, bro.
Alright.
Stop talking to me
Alright.
like I'm
Alright.
stupid,
bro,
bro.
Hey,
don't,
and the
hold
cast,
on.
bro.
Cut
And the
it,
cast.
bro. Cut it.
And the
No,
cast,
bro, no,
Don't, bro. Don't be
What you
don't be
mean,
saying
bro?
like
We
your
shoulda
daddy
prayed
got his
before we started
Bible.
the
Bro,
Like,
you said your dad a preacher, right?
yeah, but don't say it like that in that
What you
manner.
mean? Your
I ain't
dad
gonna
got a Bible,
cap.
right?
That
So
was-
if you
yeah,
gonna
but-
ask me where
yeah,
it's in the
but I'm
Bible,
telling you,
if
bro,
you gonna
don't
ask
be
me
saying,
where,
don't be saying it
bro,
in that manner.
if
though.
you gonna, no,
That's
because
all I'm saying.
y'all
though.
two pop off at the mouth at me all the time, on and off
nigga,
camera, bro. So stop
calm
talking to
the
me like
situation.
y'all are talking to me. I'm talking to you the way y'all talk to me, but it's a problem. Like it's a problem
Well,
when I
check
talk
me
to
then.
you.
I'm
Trey,
checking you.
Trey,
Bro,
listen.
it's
Trey,
not a check. It's
Trey.
man to man. Like, bro, if you have a Bible, you can look for that yourself too.
Trey, can I say
You have a
something?
phone, you can
Yeah,
look
say
for
that, but
yourself,
don't be
Trey.
like your daddy. Like, don't do that,
Trey,
bro.
can I say something to you?
Now you trying to be funny.
No, I'm not. I'm
Now you
dead ass.
trying to be
That's-
funny.
That's your father. Your father. You talk about your father who raised you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But don't do
Thank
that.
you guys for coming on the Coldcast.
Hey,
Thank you guys for giving us 250 subscribers on YouTube, 500 subscribers.
Hey, great episode.
500 subscriber
great episode.
followers
love
on
you,
Instagram, and
But no, Trey, man, bro.
thank you for tuning in. Remember to cop some gear and like and subscribe, share it to your friends, and yeah, and thank you for it all. Thank you.
Hey.